Hello, heroes, and welcome to the Adventure Zone!
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, that's right. We're getting loud. We're getting loud tonight.
I wasn't prepared for that.
Well, I mean, normally it sort of eases you into the program with that mellow synth track, but we don't have the rights to that mellow synth track.
Nope.
And also, you may have noticed that I'm not Griffin McElroy. I am James D'Amato. I am the president of the One Shot Podcast Network, host of the One Shot Podcast, host of the Campaign Podcast, and author of the Ultimate RPG Guide series. But here tonight, I'm here to show you the Adventure Zone storytelling card game that is published by my good friends over at Together Studios. I'm very excited about this game. I read through the rules earlier today. Like a nerd, I sort of dry ran a scenario with myself earlier today. It is super fun, but it's way more fun with friends, which is why I gotta introduce the people that I'm here with. First up, Carlos. Say hi to the people.
Hey, people. What's going on? My name's Carlos. They're not saying anything.
You're not saying anything. Oh God, you just gotta push through. Talk about the stuff that you do.
Here we go.
I once kicked the cat.
Oh,
Jesus.
I'm sorry. Oh God, we're losing them. So,
yeah.
Carlos, people might recognize you from your own Twitch stream.
Yeah, so I have two Twitch streams. I'm on Rivals of Waterdeep on the Dungeons & Dragons channel, as well as Jace Bellerin Must Die on the Dungeons & Dragons channel. I'm also the content producer for Roll20. And Keith, if you're in the chat, I finished our interview. It is going up on YouTube. I interviewed Keith back in December, and I haven't gotten the okay from Wizards yet on it, but it will be out soon.
Keith is a harsh taskmaster, so I'm sure he'll put you to the coals for that. But also with Carlos, we've got Serena. Serena, hi.
Hello! Hi everyone, my name is Serena Marie. I am also a cast member on the show Rivals of Waterdeep. We stream every Sunday here at 12 p.m. Central Time on the D&D Twitch channel. I'm also on the show Autonomic, and it's great. And I'm on that show too. Eventually.
And lastly, we have Liz.
Yeah, I'm Liz Anderson. I am a cast member of the Campaign Podcast that James runs. I am also a cast member of an Autonomic, which is like sort of a RPG kids show. I am a comedian and writer. I've written for The Onion and for Wait, Don't Tell Me. And I also have my own podcast called Paired, which is audio fiction. And please subscribe. And yeah.
Oh, that sounded supernatural. I love it.
We're doing great, all of us.
Great. So I'm glad that I've got this group here tonight because this is a storytelling card game. It's like a little bit more than a board game. It's going to ask a lot more creatively from everybody. And it's not quite as structured as a role-playing game. There aren't as many moving parts and rules, which somebody at the table dearly hates. So this is kind of the perfect game if you are somebody who is a fan of the Adventure Zone and you're curious about this whole role-playing thing. This game, I think, bridges that gap beautifully. Also, it plays way faster than most role-playing games. So I think it's bringing a lot to the table. But we get started by reading this bit of fiction before I explain the scenario and we meet our heroes for the evening. Dear adventurers, if you are reading this, it's because you and your team have been chosen by the Bureau. The Bureau of Balance is entrusting you to become a reclaimer, one who finds and recovers dangerous relics before they are lost to those who will use them for evil. You have to help some of our most well-known Bureau members. You have help from some of our most well-known Bureau members, fantasy Costco rewards, and an excellent Bureau dental program. The task ahead will not be easy. You'll have to dig deep within yourselves and work as a team. You must venture into a dangerous location and keep a powerful relic from falling into the hands of a nefarious villain. You may have to arm wrestle ogres, make your way through mazes filled with deadly traps, or endure the withering criticism of sarcastic specters. Whatever challenges you face, remember that the greatest treasures you will find will be the stories that you create together.
Oh, that's nice.
What a nice letter.
You select the one among you who must be the team leader. In addition to playing, this person will announce the assignments and keep morale and the flow of play going, and keep an eye on the rules of engagement. Yes, wow. Those responsibilities are just piling up, aren't they? They are most likely the person reading this letter, and if not, you may pass it to them. It's been passed to me.
Yep.
So that's it. We are going to be playing characters who are reclaimers from the Bureau of Balance. Now, if you have not listened to the Adventure Zone and somehow are joining us for the Adventure Zone storytelling card game stream, the Bureau of Balance is an organization headquartered on the moon in kind of the D&D universe a little bit. And they watch over a planet and try to reclaim dangerous artifacts that cause chaos on the world. If you want to learn more about that, listen to the Adventure Zone. They do a pretty good job of explaining it. But we are all members of the Bureau, and we've been assigned to a team together, and we're going to have to go on a mission. But before we get started on that, I want to meet our characters. So Liz, why don't you get us started off? Explain who you are.
Okay, before I do, like, do you need to know, do we need to know, like, how we know each other already, or is it just
we
like...
will make that up together. I think it's good to like introduce who our characters are, and then we can all decide like, oh, how long have we been working together, that sort of thing.
Okay, so we get like, there are prefab characters, I think. So there's warrior, priest, rogue, wizard, and I think there's a few others. I don't typically play like healers or anything like that, so I want to play a priest. So my priest his name is Dave Bautista.
Good.
And he's a human actor. I don't know if you, like, this is, it's all imaginary stuff, so, but like, he's like a human actor. He exists in the world. He's been in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. He's also a pretty famous wrestler, and he has been studying the priesthood, so he likes to be referred to as Monsignor Dave Bautista. But yeah, I just like something off the top of the dome.
Why you really wanted to stretch your arms and legs creatively.
Why is he called Dave Bautista?
Yeah.
Because he's an actor.
Oh.
Because his name is Dave Bautista.
Yeah, that makes sense.
His name is Dave Bautista, but he's a person. He's a real person.
He's a human actor.
He's a human actor.
This is a three-dimensional character. It's not a joke, and we will not treat it as such. And that they would never make a joke name for a character in the Adventure Zone. Are you kidding?
No.
So let's
Yeah, that's true.
move on. Carlos, introduce us to your character.
Yeah, so I am playing a wizard. He's undead. He wears really cool robes. He talks a lot of trash, and his name is Bone Storm.
Hell yeah, dude.
Storm.
Makes me laugh. I've been giggling about that name for like 10 minutes.
I am extremely ready to be friends with Bone Storm.
So excited.
Storm.
Actually, before we move on and learn more about Bone Storm, there are some questions that you got asked.
So there are a few questions, and they say, of course, that you can make up your own, but there are also table options. So the questions are, you are a priest and a blank, and that's sort of, you're supposed to fill that with like the species that you are. So I said human because he is a human actor from planet Earth. You are stronger against the undead, mostly because of your experience. And of those options, there was like powers of light, holy symbol. My experience is that I have been in the sports entertainment industry for about 20 years and have only recently become an actor, but I feel like that has given me a lot of relevant background. And you generally assist your teammates using magic, fame, optimism. I chose fame because I think that relative to other world wrestling superstars, I am fairly famous. So, thank you.
All right, yeah, Carlos, sorry to interrupt, but yes.
My guy doesn't wrestle, but
Yes.
Storm.
Bone Storm.
Bone Storm.
Yeah, that's how I'm hearing it.
I don't know why I keep hearing John Mulaney's voice. I can't do a good John Mulaney voice, but if I could, it would be something like this.
Bone
It would be, yeah. I'm made out of bones.
Bone Storm.
Whatever. I can't do it. It's not good. It's pretty close. He's stronger against magic mostly because of his cool robes. He generally can assist his teammates using trash talk. And there's a difference between talking trash and talking smack. We'll get into that a little bit later, though.
I love it. Please make it extremely technical. I love it. Serena, who are you bringing to the table?
So my character's name is Waffles, and she's a rogue. Yes.
Very good.
She is a rogue gerblin with a thirst for revenge, right? Because that's fun. And I generally assist my teammates using a dagger. So I'm stabby, vengeful, and small.
Excellent.
I love it.
Yes.
I love it.
Yeah, syrup trap.
Yeah, got a syrup trap, baby. Whoa.
Waffles.
We'll get more physical descriptions later, but I also have a character. Unlike role-playing games, there is no GM for this game. The game is sort of acting like that for us, so we all get to play together. And I am playing a warrior named Darius. Darius is a warrior and a himbo, which is kind of like a human, except prettier and dumber. So, he has great physical powers and limited mental powers, but that's never held him back before. He is stronger against monsters mostly because of his deep-seated need to impress his father, which is part of why he went out and joined up with a secret order, the Bureau of Balance. And I generally assist my teammates using sports movie-style pep talks. So we're gonna see a lot of Darius just being really encouraging, telling everybody we gotta dig deep, give 110% out there, okay?
Nasty.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
I'm so happy.
Beautiful.
Good.
So that is our team. I think it's a pretty good team. Before we talk more about how they got together and actually get into the scenario, I wanted to talk a little bit about the scenario that we're doing because I believe it's going to be different than what everybody else has seen so far in the preview streams for the Adventure Zone storytelling card game. The mechanics that Keith and Jen walked me through on the phone are apparently quite different than the other streams. I've only seen the Broadswords one. I'll start with familiar territory. Our villain for this is going to be the Lich. Let's get a close-up shot so we can see that sweet Lich art right
Nasty.
there. So in the Adventure Zone card game, one of the things that you might have to do in order to succeed your scenario is defeat the villain. We'll learn more about the Lich in a second as we kind of build the character together. But the Lich has a deck of cards that are moving in ascending order that will provide us different challenges throughout the scenario. As we start to get into more chaotic territory, we are looking for the idol. The idol is different than some of the other challenge decks that are in this set because the idol is not in a particular order. These cards are actually kind of random in their order, and that means that we have no idea what how the scenario is going to progress for the idol. It can make it quite challenging. But the most challenging thing that we're going to have is our location. The location that we are playing on today is the train.
Oh, no.
And the train is a challenging location because in the Adventure Zone card game, in order to win, you need to claim the relic, in our case, the idol, and either defeat the villain or go through the location. So you can do definitely claim the relic and either or defeat the villain or escape the location, essentially.
But you must reclaim.
You must always reclaim the relic in order to win. In our case, the train, if we reach the last card in the train's deck, we lose. So
If we don't have the relic first.
No. Even if we do have the relic.
We're like timed, kind of, right?
So this is the most challenging thing. So basically, we have to claim the relic and defeat the villain. We can't go through the train entirely. Now, you might be sitting there asking yourself, why on earth if we lose when we get to the end of the train deck, would we want to do that? Well, we want to go through the train deck mainly because if we beat certain train cards, it'll get us rewards, which will help us shop at Fantasy Costco. Fantasy Costco will provide us with all sorts of items that will help us through the game. So there is like kind of a pull to go through that also.
How did they get the rights to Costco?
It's spelled with a K, so it's extremely different.
It's super different. Fantasy
I was just like, oh
Costco.
wow, the Costco sign off. Oh, it's a K.
No, it's
I
K.
get it.
Cool.
Yeah, so I'll read the special rules here. During the setup, arrange the cards in numerical order. Every time we fail a challenge, we discard the top card from the train deck. So normally when we fail challenges, we just take damage to our hit points. We're also going to be cycling through
So it's
train
getting
cards
easier
now.
and
This is
faster.
really
Super hard mode.
Yeah,
So
this
this
very
is
hard.
like it is completely different than the other scenarios that we've seen so far. It is the most challenging
stressed out.
scenario.
James invited the worst people to do
We're
this.
monsters.
I've never learned a game in my goddamn life.
Liz, you've been on my show for a year.
And
You
I
haven't learned-
still don't know it.
He hasn't won anything.
That's okay. Despite our limitations, I do have faith in this group of heroes. I think we're going to do just fine. So before we get started on this, we've got to define some things about these challenges that we're facing. The first is the Lich. We want to know, what is the Lich's name and what does it look like? So, what are we going to name this Lich? What do we think this Lich looks like? I kind of think that we're a beefy group, and liches are normally like kind of like withered and skeletal and wrinkly and whatnot. What if this is an extremely swole lich?
Like a
okay.
buff lich.
Like a really buff lich.
So this is just going to be a game of like Pound Town.
Yes.
It's just like meat slapping against each other.
Welcome to the Bone Storm. Yeah, so I think this is like a beefy
Yeah.
lich. What's a good name for a beef lich?
Swole lich.
I have an idea, but it's bad.
No, it's gonna be
Liz.
good.
There is a buff, rancid person on Earth.
Okay.
His name is Vince McMahon.
Do we think
No.
Vince McMahon is buff?
He's like old man buff, isn't he?
I actually
I
haven't
don't know what Vince-
I haven't
Then
seen
we'll
him
not.
outside
I'll
of it.
keep that in my heart of
Shapeless
hearts.
suit. I would like to defeat Vince McMahon. So yeah, it's Lich McMahon. He's got kind of like silver hair
Okay.
and a pointed rat-like face, and he's also a super buff Lich who wears a business suit. I like it. Let's see, for the idol. Do we know its name, and do we know where it came from? We can throw the idol up on the close-up cam. I kind of think like that's sort of what our idol looks like. This like
Yeah.
horn
What is it?
thing.
Can I see it?
Yeah, I'll pass it over
little
to
buggy friend.
Serena.
Oh, buggy friend.
Yeah, well, it's
Oh
like
yeah, this is great.
kind of a ram goat type thing.
It
Yeah.
looks like a ghost type Pokemon.
Yeah,
That's
it's
what
like
that
a
looks like.
praying mantis, goat, horn,
Yep.
meow.
You're just saying words now.
We're just freestyling on what it looks like.
Yeah, it's like the portal gun meets Meow 2.
And the portal gun. That is it.
It's known by many names.
Oh my god.
Okay, we could call it, I mean, it's kneeling down, maybe like the supplicant Pokemon.
The supplicant. I like that word so much. I don't know what that means.
But like kind of
supple?
like servile and faithful, and but like with a little bit of a negative edge to it. And what the supplicant?
We have to like figure out what it does.
Oh, yeah.
or-
No, we don't. We just need to know where it came from.
Okay.
The supplicant ram.
The supplicant ram. Okay, supplicant ram. I like this. And where did it come from? I think it could have come from the Bone Zone, which might give us Bone Storm.
Your
might,
dad made it.
Your dad made it. It came from your dad.
Guys, I don't want to get into
Mr.
this.
Your dad made it.
Mr. Storm made it.
Yes, I'm of the Storm heritage, but don't blame me for this.
It's your dad, man.
I am digging this. Okay. And for the train, what is the name of this fantasy train, and where is it going?
What are the best train movies? Money Train. That's all I can think of.
Snowpiercer.
Polar Express.
Polar
It's
Express.
the Polar Express.
It's the Molar Express.
Okay, no, it is
Bones.
going to D&D Santa Claus. Okay, we have
Okay.
to create the mythology for D&D
Okay,
Santa
D&D
Claus.
Santa
now.
Claus.
His name is Cinder Klaus.
Cinder Klaus.
And he
Is
doesn't.
it a dragon?
Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
yes. Oh, and the coal are people who he's incinerated.
Yes.
Like he actually makes coal.
He doesn't give you anything, but your gift for being good is not dying.
life.
Yes.
Oh,
your
so
life.
maybe you have to send him toys.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes, you have to
he just
send him
really
toys.
wants toys.
Yes.
Okay, we're sending
Cinder Klaus. Cinder Klaus.
Yes. Part of this is like, and I guess somebody has put the supplicant goat on this express to Cinder Klaus.
Oh God, it makes that song so much worse, right? He sees you when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake. Cinder Claus breathing fire on your door at night.
So yeah, if he gets his grubby claws on the supplicant goat, we're going to be in trouble. So, but we're not the only ones like going on a heist here. I think the Lich is also. Lich McMahon is
thinking
clearly
like Lich McDiesel in my head. That's not right.
It could be. He does absorb
Lich
the powers
McDiesel.
of all
Okay.
of his staff. Am I right?
Hey, Lich McDiesel it is. Okay, so yeah, he is a Lich who famously performs like these sort of moving train heists. So like we know that he's going to go after.
You know the way to
this
stop
idol.
him is just stop doing trains. Just stop the trains.
Just stop trains.
Then it's done.
It seems like he's have to learn a
Can't
new
do a
thing.
train heist without a train.
Yeah,
I'm
that's.
just saying.
I think Darius had a similar idea about bank heists. Why have banks?
Yeah, man.
Just stop doing
Just
banks.
get rid of the banks, and then no
about
one's
it.
gonna be poor or rich, and no one's gonna steal.
Okay, great. I love this. Okay, so now we have our scenario, we have our characters, so we can actually start to play at this. Well, actually, one question: How do we all form as a team? It seems like we got a lot of non-human people, and actually a couple like people that would be considered monsters under a lot of circumstances in a D&D world. We've got a gerblin. We've got a skeleton.
You're a skeleton.
We've got Liz Anderson.
No, we have Dave Bautista.
Dave Bautista,
Bautista.
who is kind of.
Okay. So yeah, I kind of feel like we're a B squad or a C squad.
Yeah.
That like.
Well, it is your dad. It's your dad made it.
That's
Yeah.
right.
So
That's
did
right.
you like hire us?
I gotta
or-
clean up the mess that my dad left behind on this train.
Yeah, I know what it's like to have dad issues.
Are you expecting me to get into this? I really don't want to explain, but yeah.
I mean, no, we don't.
No, I mean, obviously
we don't have
obviously
to.
we have father
I mean,
issues, yes.
Sure, I would like to discuss my issues with my friends at some point. That seems like that would be great.
I'm not your friend.
Well,
I'm a business associate.
Well, work friend.
but Dave Bautista, we
Yes.
love you so much.
As you should. Thank you so much.
I can only name 2 things that Dave has been in.
Well,
Please,
where are they?
please go ahead.
Guardians 1
Yes.
and Guardians 2.
Volume 2. Thank you. Those are my some of
Volume
more
two.
iconic
Like a
roles.
book.
films.
But while I'm on break before shooting the next Dune movie
Oh!
in theaters next year, I just wanted to, really get back to my faith and helping other people. And so I think that I'm going to help you as much as I can, but I need to remain emotionally distant if I'm going to invest as I should in my role in Dune, which is
Yeah, what's your role at Dude, Dave Bautista?
Dave Bautista.
Glossu Rabin.
Wow.
Well, you just knew that off the top
Off
of your
the
head. I'm so
dome.
impressed.
Very
Dave
at least
Bautista, I
before I
feel
take
like
it
you don't know
on.
much about this new role that you're in.
All right.
Dune.
Y'all, I think we need to focus up.
Yeah.
We're about to bust up a train heist.
right.
And also perform our own train heist to get the idol and bring it back to the Bureau of Balance. I look around me and I don't see a skeleton. I don't see a gerblin.
We should be on one knee. We should be on one knee.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I don't see famous actor Dave Bautista.
You should though.
I see a team.
I hear the music, the strings going up.
And a team is the strongest thing on any plane. So we're gonna go down there, even though we're not gonna be on a plane, we're gonna be on a train.
Yeah.
I've heard that it's like a homonym or a homophone. It's one of those.
good,
We're gonna go down there.
Great.
Technically, I'm correct somehow. All right, put them in.
Okay,
Here we go.
All right.
it's in.
It's in.
1, 2, 3. Bureau of Balance.
On a train.
Cool.
Cool.
So now beginning play. The way the game works is play starts with the team leader. We go clockwise from there. I get to choose one of the challenges that we want to do in order to kind of overcome what we're facing and free up like the artifact, or the relic rather, and eventually hopefully have us escape with our lives.
Fingers crossed.
Okay. Joe, something has arrived at the door. Could you go grab that? I, being a warrior, because the different character classes and types have various advantages, I'm going to be stronger against monsters. And right up here in the Lich, we have a swarm of rats, which is marked with a monster logo. So right off the bat, I have a 6 strength to take on this particular challenge. Basically, when I want to take a challenge on, I will roll this die, and it will add to my strength and hopefully overcome the challenge. I need to roll at least a 4, and I'm looking at this die. I'm seeing some 5s and 6s, but I'm seeing a lot of 1s, 2s, and 3s. So what you can do to sort of edge the odds in our favor, because I'll remind you, if we fail this roll, not only are we going to take damage to our hit points, we will move the train forward, which could hurt us quite badly.
Can you explain that dice? I've never seen one like
Yeah, so this is a D20, but instead of being a standard 1 through 20, it's got a little Bureau of Balance symbol here. I'll throw this up on the close-up cam. I guess the thing didn't arrive. Okay, I'll throw this up on the close-up cam. As you can see, that Bureau of Balance symbol, that is going to be our critical success. We also have an epic failure thing. So basically, if we roll the Bureau of Balance symbol, we critically succeed. No matter what our numbers would work out to, we would succeed at the challenge that we were attempting. Joe, can I hand you this phone and have you answer it? Great. So we also have the epic failure, so no matter what our numbers worked out to, even on something like there's a 7 on this challenge here, if I somehow had a 7 with just my strength numbers alone, I could still fail that challenge. And it would take away from our hit points and move the train forward. So basically in this situation, because I don't quite have the amount of strength to make this a guaranteed success, I can approach the rest of you and say, would anybody like to give me an assist token? We each have one of these assist tokens. I will point out that right now we're playing an in-development version of this game. Some of the rules haven't been finalized, and the pieces that you see here on camera are not the final pieces that you'll be receiving if you've pre-ordered the game. So that's the reason that I'm not bringing these up on the close-up cam, because they're not the thing that you're getting anyway. So we've got these assist tokens, and they can add to rolls. You'll notice you have 2 sides to your assist token, one giving a larger bonus and one giving a smaller bonus.
These are the same.
And some characters will have the same.
The priest is the same.
Because the priest is really good at assisting.
Yeah.
So if you decide to give me a bonus now, like go, hey, I'm going to help you out with this challenge, you can use the larger bonus. And if I roll the die and still fail the challenge, but you decide you want to help out after the die has been cast, you can use the secondary assist, which for some characters is going to be lower.
We can only use this once a game?
We can use it once, as basically it will refresh after it comes to my turn again.
Okay.
Oh.
So, we want to make sure that we use them up before the cycle is over.
Yeah.
But, I think it would probably behoove us to use it right now because the Lich, we need 10 strength to overcome.
Wife.
Also, because it is next to the idol here and has this arrow, it's adding an extra +1 to that. So our swarm of rats, we actually need 11 strength to overcome.
Oh, wow.
It's brutal. However, there is, in addition to the monster symbol here, there is the double assist logo. So up to 2 people can assist me with that. Since everything else is a 7, I think this is probably the time to use that assist.
So I'm gonna give you that.
I'm gonna give you
+2.
3.
Okay.
I believe you can do it.
All right. So with that, that would bring up to from +2 from our wizard and +3 from the rogue. That is going to make it guaranteed I'll be successful. I think we might not need 2 assists on this then. I'm gonna give that. That's a very valuable assist. Okay, so up to 8 right now plus the die roll. I think this is worth the risk.
Yes.
So
I think I'm getting it.
okay,
well.
so nope.
No.
I did everything that I needed to fail on that. Let's see here.
No.
Okay, I think I am going to, let's see, when you are about to roll, dang. Okay, so I screwed up. So what we could do is take the damage, which I kind of think we'll do that because, hey, it's interesting and we're on hard mode anyway. So I was trying to fight a swarm of rats and I was being assisted by Bone Storm to do it. The flavor text here says, because nothing says epic adventure like fighting a bunch of rats. So I think we parachute onto this train as it is moving. But because it is like one of those old like coal fire steam trains, but it's like probably magic coal or some Eberron stuff where there's a lava elemental bound to the train engine or what have you.
Yeah, they care about the environment.
There's a lot of like steam coming out. So while you 2 parachute into the proper place at the caboose of the train,
Excellent. Did great.
did a great job. I think we get lost midway through.
It only goes one way, guys.
We go into the top of the train. We're in a completely dark room together. We look around.
It had a sunroof that was open.
Yeah.
That we accidentally fell. We fell into the
So
sunroof.
fell directly into the sunroof. And we get our parachutes out of our faces, and we look around the room to see opening up dozens, then hundreds of beady little red eyes looking at us.
And I feel like Waffles is like above us. It's like, hey, do you guys need help? And they're just like, no, we don't need your help.
No, we're fine. My dad would want me to solve this independently.
Do you want to? I have some snacks.
Ooh, I love snacks.
And then like it's shittering as like the rats descend on us.
I'm made out of bones.
Gnawing on you.
So the rats gnaw at our bones, which takes us
So when
down.
I was in Stuber, I met Camille Nangiani. It was a great experience doing comedy for the first time. I really had I feel like I'm really expanding my world and my abilities as an actor.
Good that we referenced the classic Stuber.
This is my phone now.
We take the hit from that. Also, we move forward.
so scary.
So we are past platform 6. We are now up to the conductor, which will give us, a story bonus +1, which is neat for when we're taking on that challenge. But we have failed the first challenge as we get gnawed at by rats pretty bad. I think Darius and Bone Storm dash through the car as we're getting gnawed away, and when we come to the caboose, there are rats moving amongst my shirt and in your bones.
It looks like I have muscles because they're under my robes, and then I'm just pulling them out like shoulder pads and just throwing them on the ground.
Do you want some hummus?
Hummus.
Excuse me.
No, it's gonna go right through me.
I don't care for him.
But with that, it is Bone Storm's turn.
Bone Storm!
Which challenge would you like to take on?
God, I feel like we should. I mean, it's the same scenario as like last time, right? It's like a 10 challenge and then 2 7s.
Yeah, but it's slightly different because you, as a mage, are going to be good against like magical challenges. None of the challenges on the table have the magic logo
Great.
right now. So you're going to be starting at 4 strength.
Oh, boy.
Okay.
So I think right here, because we've got this arrow, the conductor is going to be 8. That would advance the train deck, which brings us closer to our doom. But we have a chance of taking it on. We could also do the relic if we like.
Relic. I don't know.
Bone Storm is on the case. Don't worry, guys. I'm gonna do the relic.
Great.
While enjoying a moment of peace. And then there's a couple of figures. Effect: when you defeat this, regain 1 health and flip the relic card beneath it. What do I gotta do? I don't know what that means, dude.
When that's a thing.
So
when
where the hand? What's the hand?
Oh, the
thing
hand
for?
is undead. There are neat little keys at the bottom of your sheet.
There it is.
Yeah, so I can put that up
Undead is
the close-up
these.
cam here. So we've got little symbol guides here that will help us with the symbols on these cards. So if I put up the card there, you can see that this challenge is going to be an undead challenge and a trap.
Cool. So, what do I have to go after this thing?
So
have-
you're starting with your 4 strength.
Okay.
You can get assistance from us, your good friends. I still have my assist token, and Serena still has one.
Yeah.
Liz still has one. So
And I
there's a
need
lot
to
of-
roll a 7, but also.
So it's going to be an 8. So you need to roll 4 or more on this die.
Because
Okay.
it's plus your starting.
Gotcha. Okay.
Got it.
Would anyone like to assist me on this?
I just want to be helpful.
Yeah.
I
Oh.
believe you can do it.
Wait, no, wait. That's too much.
What?
It's too much.
3 is a lot, for
Three's
sure.
a lot.
But I can flip that, right?
No, I can only flip it after. So you roll, and I can assist you after. So maybe I'll do that.
What?
I say it's
you
time
want-
for the priest
yeah, I
to
think
get
so.
involved.
But like my undead specialty can't help him. All I can do is like my regular.
Yeah,
assist.
it's just your regular assist in this situation.
Yeah, so I'll help.
Yeah.
Flip it.
2. That goes over there.
Okay, so 2.
Okay, so that's going to bring you up to 6. You only need 2 to get that 8.
The same thing that happened last
Let's
time.
do it. We can do it. I'm
Here we
thinking you,
go.
Bone Storm.
Bone Storm!
Bone Storm, don't disappoint us.
Yeah.
Okay.
4, baby.
So, you encounter an undead trap while enjoying a moment of peace. What does this look like?
An undead trap?
Undead Trap?
Yeah.
Maybe I like take a minute to like get all the rats out, and I'm like looking at a painting, and I'm like, oh, this is really interesting, but it's like this Dorian Gray type situation, and it's like trying to. I guess it wouldn't suck the life out of me because I'm pretty much a skeleton, right?
Yeah, were you ever a person, or were you just always a
Were you
skeleton?
born bones
yeah.
or you became bones?
Well, I mean, it'd be self-fulfilling if my name was Bone Storm.
Just like a person?
Hey, don't name that baby Bone Storm. You want it to be Bones?
He's gonna be bones. You want bones? You got it. It's gonna be bones.
I want my kid to be Bones. I want him to be Bones.
Just because he's your side of the family, it's always been bones.
Yeah, you're probably bones.
I guess I was destined for bone greatness. Yeah, I guess I was human. I think he was human. I was assuming that, but I guess his name's Bone Storm.
Maybe that's the name you took after.
Yeah.
Because your name was like Tavin.
Yeah, my name was Kyle.
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 So, yeah, I think it
Kyle's
looks,
to Bone Storm.
it looks like this handsome, dashing kind of like wizard adventurer, and then you look down at the nameplate and it says Kyle, and then horribly you can see flesh starting to grow over your bones. It's
I start feeding it to the rats.
Dave Bautista, you notice this happening. How
Yes.
do you help?
Hey, you're growing flesh.
I'm becoming a Kyle.
I've known many good Kyles. But if you don't want to do that, you shouldn't.
Dave Bautista, you have inspired me so.
Thank you.
Flesh Storm
We're not
feels
saying
bad.
that.
I don't like
Flesh
that.
Storm feels very
I
bad.
hate it.
It's like meat spin.
I hate
Ugh.
it so much.
So
Oh,
how?
I like the one below it though. Kyle B. One Storm.
Oh.
Middle name B. Bone Storm.
Very-
I like that.
That's
That's
very
canon.
good.
That's like-
canon
that's
right there.
canon.
That's canon.
You know those old books that are like, oh, my teacher's a vampire. That would be the name of like your PE teacher, Kyle B. Owenstar.
Yeah.
Is he a skeleton?
No one believes me. That's every
Yep.
book was that. Like kids where adults didn't believe them.
Cupid is my cafeteria lady.
Is that real?
I think so.
Good.
And just to confirm with Keith in the chat, Keith, be sure to call out our name after this. Are we taking the card away and advancing to the next card, or it says when you defeat this relic, regain 1 health and flip the relic card beneath it? So are we flipping over to the other side of this card, or are we advancing cards? And be sure to tell us.
Bone Storm takes the card and keeps it.
Okay, perfect. Excellent. So
Wait,
you got that?
Flip
Flip the card below it.
This one?
Oh, flip it over to, I got it to its idle 2 side. Okay, it was already, that's idle 1, so, both sides are idle 1. Okay, I guess it doesn't matter. Endless frogs,
You
good.
picked the harder one.
So now we have one, like, currency, I can't remember. These are basically fantasy Costco dollars.
Oh, it's our money.
When we get 3 fantasy Costco dollars,
We can get the ID card to walk into Fantasy Costco.
You
Exactly.
can get the pizza. You
exactly.
can get the hot dog.
Get the ice cream.
Garfield the Deals Warlock is inside, and he will check your receipt on your way out.
He's right there, and it's adorable. That's very cute.
Yes, it is extremely good and cute. So we will be able to buy one of these helpful fantasy Costco cards based on some of the challenges that I'm seeing. Endless Frogs is 13.
God. I know, I was just
and
thinking
being
that.
modified both ways, so we need a 15 to overcome it. That is bananas. We are in deep trouble.
I need to say something about this train. So one car was like endless rats.
Yep.
This is endless frogs.
What is this train?
And this is we're sending gifts to a dragon,
Yeah,
right?
Cinder Claws.
This is very like biblical. Like we're sending him plagues.
Yeah.
Yeah. And well, children are sending them, right? And
Yeah.
isn't it like whenever you see like those cutaways from like Santa's workshop, they're always working on 2 toys. Like every time. I was always like, who's making the Nintendos? Who's making like the, you know what I mean? And it's always just like
I got a doll and I got an Etch-a-Sketch.
Yeah.
This is what we got.
I like the idea that Cinder Klaus demands plagues be sent.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
That's why it's so hard.
Kids just gathering plagues to send to Cinder Claws.
Well, good. We managed to defeat the moment of peace. So now we are going to move on to, I'm sorry, what was
Waffles.
our- Waffles turn.
I just yelled.
Waffles, get the syrup.
What challenge do you want to take on? They're
my.
all looking pretty brutal.
What does that say? Foxy zombie? No.
Familiar zombie.
That's different.
Change the
A familiar
fucking
zombie. So this might be a zombie that you know, and they could be Foxy. We don't know.
Yeah. I'm gonna do that one because that one's less. And less in points.
So you're gonna need 11 to take that challenge on.
So I'm pretty weak. I'm small and stabby. My strength against challenges is 3.
Oofa doofa.
Help me.
So yeah,
please.
I am definitely going to.
You have a
I
plus.
can't spend my own.
What
Oh,
is
you can't
your
spend your own?
ability?
My ability.
Keith says what?
Keith says, rules note, none of the cards have increased values.
I
Cards
see.
only get a bonus if there is a number in the arrow.
Okay,
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Interesting. So, I get it. There are no arrows on. Okay, so
that
the
adds
only one
plus
that
one.
so this is +1. This is 8 right now, but this is actually only 10 that you would need to overcome, which makes it easier. Darius is definitely going to help you out on this one.
thank you, Darius.
So that'll take you up to 5. You still need 10 if you want to defeat the zombie. Now, you could target instead the conductor, because you've got equal chances of doing either.
And going to the conductor, am I like attacking the conductor? Is that what's happening? Or am I
tossing to.
befriending
Talking
them?
to, this is talking to the conductor.
Oh, I'm going to become their best friend.
But
yes.
you could also attack them, because what your character does is whatever you say. So, like, the way, like, as the GM might have put in front of you a conductor NPC for you to talk to you, and you go, okay, well, I rolled to stab him. That's completely up to you.
So you could assist after the dice roll too.
Yeah, that's what I was telling you.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I'm assisting before because I give you a
Yeah.
+2 if I do it before instead of a +1. So you can do that. Also, both of these cards have story elements to them. So they'll give you +1 if you come up with a story idea to move it along a little bit. So for the familiar zombie, you'll get a +1 if you tell us why this zombie is so familiar to you. And for the conductor, you'd get a +1 if you told us, what's the conductor like? Are they friendly, annoying, or both? So you can decide, like, okay, I think I can weave this into sort of my narration of what I do for this.
Okay, but if I pick the train one, we go a step closer to
death.
to doom.
The
To
big
loss.
one. The bye-bye.
Cool. I'm gonna do familiar zombie still.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. And the zombie is familiar because it is my twin sister Pancake.
Oh,
She was zombified.
I wish it was waffle fries.
Not waffle fries, just pancakes come from a very specific family.
So there's a zombie gerblin in front of you. I mean, does it still have a face? Does it look like
So
her?
I see that like
It's just soaked in syrup.
from the side, I think it's my sister. And so Waffles runs up because maybe they're on the same heist because of their thirst for revenge. I'm going to say she had the same thirst for revenge against the Lich.
Your family's just parched for vengeance.
We just love vengeance. I'm just angry. And so as she turns her head, I see that half of her other face is missing.
Spooky,
So
scary.
spooky.
Someone bit the pan.
So like I think Darius from across the room. I will give you the +1 for that because that is just delicious and beautiful narrative and very tragic. Darius from across the room sees the emotional distress on your face and instantly like recognizes like, oh no, that's her twin sister. So he calls out to you and gives you a sports movie style pep talk. Hey, listen to me, Waffles!
I'm so scared.
Waffles! You're
Okay, I'm
facing
so
off
scared.
with your twin sister right now.
Yep.
You gotta remember,
Okay.
there's an I in family. That means you're the most important.
That means me.
You gotta kill your sister, dude.
I gotta
You gotta
kill my
kill your sister.
I gotta kill her.
Cut her down. Yeah! We got the Bureau of Balance. That's a critical success. So that means the familiar zombie is defeated.
With that remember the Titan speech that just happened. Kill your sister.
Kill your sister. You gotta kill your sister.
You gotta look out for number one. That's the only thing that matters.
There's an I in family, remember. Cool. So how do you defeat her?
So, like embodied with this, like rage motivation, runs, takes out her dagger and just like charges and shoves her dagger directly into the throat of Pancakes, severing her head from her body. Yeah, because she
Man,
went with
Grits
it.
and porridge aren't gonna like that.
They're gonna be real sad. And poor eggs.
I wonder what Waffles is doing right now.
Grandmother cornflower.
Children, come to me.
Very good, very good.
I felt great pain.
But Liz, speaking
Okay.
of great pain, it's your turn, and now it's time for you to play a game.
Oh.
So you've got some choices here. Most of the assist tokens are not on the table.
I
right
think they're
now.
on. Oh,
I can assist
that's
you.
good.
Okay, good, because
Because I have of need. I think I want to go big or go home.
Do it.
Interesting. You could do the arcane. Oh no, wait. That's
No.
right. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that's right.
Because Endless Frogs has like an undead challenge, and priests have 6 strength against undead challenges.
So you'd be starting here at 6.
Starting at 6, and that's a full 13, right?
That is actually a 14 right now. It's a 14 because it is being modified by the arcane riddle.
Is this even possible?
Might be a challenge.
plus 3 is
I have
9.
3.
So that would bring you up to 9. And you'd still need to get 14, so you need to hit 5. So that's either a crit or the highest number you can possibly
No,
roll.
there's a 6 on there, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
so 2 of the highest numbers you can possibly roll.
Come on, Dave Bautista.
I think it's doable.
I think so too.
Yeah, I
you
think it's
should risk
doable.
it.
Because I don't know that a undead friend is gonna come around again for me to be useful, and you know what?
I
we're here to
imagine
learn.
fighting the Lich that probably it will, but
Oh, shut up! Okay, so I'm gonna take 3 help.
Yeah.
We're at 9. Okay.
Can't get the biscuit if you don't risk it.
That's what
That's
we
a 1.
No, no.
Dave Bautista!
Dave Bautista. Oh no.
Monsignor Dave Bautista.
so yeah,
Can
endless.
I die?
We can all die.
Yeah.
If
We all
this
die.
track
Okay.
up here reaches this little skull, we all lose.
Oh, okay, but not
so
individual people.
individuals don't
Y'all
die.
are all coming down with me.
Something terrible lies beyond this swarm of frogs. When you defeat this, flip the relic card beneath it. We did not defeat it at all.
We did not. We did not.
So, question, Keith. When we fail a challenge, do the cards hang around? We'll address that later.
This is the only way I want to play games, by the way.
Yeah,
I want the
designer
in the
chat.
chat.
by the way.
The cards remain.
I am
Okay.
completely ruined now.
So the frogs stay around.
The frogs stay
How
around.
do you get bounced back, repelled by this swarm of frogs?
Well, seeing everyone be so successful, Dave Bautista, he is inclined to think too much of himself, you know? So he thinks of back when he was shooting the Scorpion King 3, the last most recent example where he was taking advantage of work that someone else did. Basically, The Rock. And there was middling success, and he thought that I can maybe get a middling success here as well. Meanwhile, he forgot why he was here in the first place, which was to spread the word of the Catholic God.
Oh my God.
the Catholic.
He's a
We're
Monsignor.
confirming Catholics for our.
Yes.
Okay. Are you the only Catholic?
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
The only one. And so he just runs in like with his he's a priest, so he's like just throwing a spell out, and then all of a sudden he realizes frogs are gross. Oops. And then he runs away.
Frogs are gross.
Waffles, how did
So,
you get tied up in this?
I'm just seeing like a sliding door where Dave opens it and just sees all of the frogs. I think that I am trying to save Dave's life because I am a closet Dave Bautista like fan.
Why did you bring that out in the
closet.
open?
No, you don't know this.
Being a public fan.
I'm a private fan.
Okay, what secret like symbol of your Batista fandom do you have? Do you have like a tattoo or something?
Oh yeah, I have. So I have like a basically 3/4 length shirt, and then up here I have his whole face. And it's from
stretched.
Guardian, so it's
Yes.
it's Drax. It's Drax.
Delightful.
It's
Very
Drax, yeah.
Good.
Yeah. And so I am running full Gerblin speed to save your life, and I tackle you.
Go!
No, you're safe. I mean, okay, yeah, you're cool. I'm cool.
I've been humbled by these frogs.
This is very good. Okay, so it is now my turn again, which means all of our assist tokens go back, which is great. And I have to decide.
If we want to get rid of that, do we have to like re-defeat the frogs?
Yeah. We're. But it is my turn. There is a monster symbol on the frogs, so I am going to get a 6. We still need to. Oh my gosh, it's a 15 that we need to beat in order to beat it. But it does have the double assist token on it here. So if I get assistance from 2 of you, we might have a chance at it. The only problem is that is then 2 of the assist tokens that
That are
we've
not-
used up that
yeah.
are not out there.
What if we just leave them forever?
Well, we do need to claim the idol if we want to win.
Yeah.
Oh,
it
it's
all.
true. We have to claim the idol.
Yeah, I'll give you mine.
I think we're gonna die first.
Yeah.
That's my plan.
Man, I'll give you mine 2. Is that 2? I always feel mine's 3, so I feel weird giving it away.
So
I think it's
Seems
good
right.
at this
it's
point.
14 is a lot, yeah.
Because that's the
Yeah.
highest one on the board.
Yeah,
right now.
so that is going to take us up to 11.
Okay.
Gosh. So I still need to roll quite well on this. Let's see. When I am about to roll the die to defeat a challenge, you may expend your assist and suffer 1 point of damage to add 2 to your strength.
Ooh.
I think I'm going to do it.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, so my assist has been spent. So we've used up 3 assists on this one challenge already.
No more assists.
2. But now we only need to roll 3 on this die.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
I roll a 1.
Oh my God!
oh boy.
I swear to God.
Oh, no. Okay, we take another point of damage.
The frogs will be our downfall. Death by frogs.
Oh,
Too
God.
many frogs.
So yeah,
Too many.
we've recoiled
God.
from the frogs initially, right? And I'm like, hey everyone, we can't let ourselves be held back by frogs.
I think we can. I think we should go.
Hey, Batista,
I think
listen
we-
to me.
Okay.
You got the heart of a hero.
Thank you.
Okay,
I
you're
appreciate
born a
that.
hero, but if you're scared, you can stay here.
I'm not frightened. It's just I don't think we will beat these frogs.
I'm gonna take Waffles.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna take Bone Storm.
Yeah,
we are.
We're gonna go up there and we're gonna kick some slimy behind.
We're gonna mess it up.
I already did it once and I don't recommend it, but okay.
So he hefts his large axe and walks over to those frogs. Hear me, frogs!
Hear him.
Today you meet your doom. And his name is Darius. And Darius's cool friends, Bone Storm and Waffles.
That's
And
why.
like,
That's why they
he's framed by the dabs and like the frogs. I think there's just this big nasty frog that inflates its neck pouch and lets out a croak. No! And they slam the door shut and like pin themselves up behind it. We're not doing the frogs.
was
We're not doing the
What
frogs.
a terrible idea.
We're not gonna do the frogs.
That's
No problem. Frogs, never mind.
Stab myself in the throat? Okay.
Fine.
A couple frogs?
No.
No, thank
I
you.
told
Okay.
you.
Endless.
When Dave Bautista say something, I mean it. I mean it.
Okay, Dave, I will take the things you say under advisement
Thank
from
you.
now on.
Thank you.
Okay.
I'm smart. I'm smart.
Bone Storm, what would you like to do?
Well, I would like to solve this riddle.
An arcane riddle. Because it is magic, you're going to be starting at 6 strength, which is pretty good.
Yeah. So.
Because I also don't think your strength is going up anymore.
No. So I have to do.
So it's only a 9 right now. So
it's
you
not
only
plus
need
one?
to roll 3. No, it's giving the +1 to the endless frogs.
Gotcha.
The endless frogs are being modified 2 ways
Gotcha.
to be a nasty 15.
Excellent.
Gotcha.
Life is great. I'm
Everything's
loving it.
fine.
So what happens if
no
I
big deal.
tie? What if I?
If you tie, you succeed.
I succeed.
Oh,
Okay, cool.
awesome.
So I need a 3 or better.
It's a 4! Hey!
Bone Storm!
Which means you claim the arcane riddle, and we are joined by Carrie Fang Battle.
Oh!
That's nice.
So in these decks, we get joined by what are right now called companion cards, though that might change because they could be more than companions. Carrie, Adventure Zone fans know Carrie, but to those of us who don't know, Carrie is a dragonborn, and she is also going to be giving us, as long as she is around, +1 strength versus trap challenges, and we can discard her to add 2 to any roll.
Oh.
So
Like kick her out
Yeah,
and get points.
bye. See you later.
like, you know, it could be a
Suck
thing
out her soul,
where
you know.
Carrie, you know, bravely, I don't know, dives on, let's say, a big pile of frogs and, you know, wrestles them out of the train or whatever. So, you know, we'll decide
figure it out.
how Carrie's going to help us on this.
Feasibly, we could like absolutely annihilate beloved lore characters. Very excited.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what the McElroys want out of this stream.
That's the point. That's the point.
Okay, but yeah, Carrie is around and helping us, which means, hey, we got a huge advantage against the tiny lavatory on the train, though it would advance the train.
No.
But I don't want to do any other ones.
Yeah, have you considered that the other
sorry.
two are 14 and 13?
Okay, that makes sense. When it comes back to me, I'm going back for those rocks. Do it. Yes.
Okay, nobody can assist you. Well,
Yes,
we'll
it's
figure it
fine.
out.
You can't give your own. You have to use.
Can I get my own assist?
Yeah,
Can you?
you can't do it to.
If you have an ability to do it, so your special ability is at the end of your turn, you can expend your assist to restore 1 health to the group.
Oh.
Which we might need at some point.
Whatever.
But you won't be able to assist yourself. So yeah.
Yes, I'm going, because I'm a rogue that has a spiderweb. I have spiderweb advantage. So
yeah, you'll be starting at 6 strength for this challenge, which you only need to get to 9. And also Carrie is going to help you. So already you're up to 7. You just need to roll a 2 on the die.
But if she gives her, she can't use her assist anyways, so she should just give it to her.
Oh, but she could use her assist to heal us. So it's a question of whether or not we want the healing.
Gotcha.
I think
the
we
healing.
should.
Yeah.
okay, what is this
Batista,
card?
I'll take that under advisement.
So
Is it tiny laundry?
okay, so yes, it says
Tiny
it's
lavatory.
really.
I can't read words today.
It's that classic McElroy humor. It's a really crappy situation. So yeah, you're just. This is a problem of you being trapped in a bathroom, which if you were at the Candle Nights live show, that can happen to people. So just know that can happen to people.
Oh yeah.
Oh, come on!
But I was so
Liz, you can
assisted.
assist now, though.
Oh, thank you.
Okay.
What will you give me?
Great. So this
Dave
is what
Batista
happens.
is messed up. Someone put this online right now.
Batista.
Someone tweet Dave Batista on how he plays this game right now.
Yeah. Waffles, I need to know how you and Carrie ended up in a tiny bathroom together.
So I know Carrie back from our stealing days. We used to rob people.
Yeah.
Like
you do.
you know.
I thought you were gonna say
Rogue.
like Steely Dan, like you both really like
We
Steely
just like we follow their band around.
They don't go on tour very often because technically they want to be perfect, so they don't do a lot of live events for
Oh.
Steely Dan. I had to take that class about Steely Dan in college. Never mind, go. Never mind.
What college?
No, we're stopping the entire show for you to talk
That's
about
a-
your Steely Dan
No,
class.
it was
you
Rock
did.
and Roll Part 2. So they started at the
the
60s.
movie?
No, what? The 60s and later.
I saw Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, Rock and Roll, the class about Steely Dan that Liz did in
There was
college.
there was one entire 1.5 hour lecture that the professor just talked about Steely Dan. There's not a lot to talk about Steely Dan.
There doesn't.
There's not. Anyway.
That's a dead stop for sure. Cool. Well, we did it. So you used to steal things or follow the band Steely Dan.
Both.
Haven't?
Yeah,
Okay.
both. We used to rob from Steely Dan. That's what it is.
What an extremely good past you have.
Yep.
So, so that what causes you to then get trapped in this bathroom?
Okay, how about this? Because of rogue stuff, that's what we'll say this is. She also is the one who did my tattoo. And there's some weird stuff going on with it. So we went into the bathroom so we could look at it. Yeah.
I think Darius is like in the other room, like puzzling over a map of the train. The train is just a straight line, but Darius is really puzzling. I'm working my way through this. You can take a 5
right.
while I figure out this complicated map. So
Carrie, you just want to help me with the thing? We have to
Complicated
go.
sure. So Carrie, like you zip in there,
Yeah.
and like you're working on the tattoo, and
Yeah.
I think Carrie's like, I left some of my inks in the other car. I'll just grab it.
No, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
It's so small in
It's
here.
so small. I hate small spaces.
So then you hear pounding on the door.
Hello, I need to use the bathroom.
And trying to like cover my like tattoo that like the ink is No, there's no ink on it.
There's no
Not yet.
ink, like you rolled it up, but
Yeah.
Carrie like tries to pull down your shirt to cover it up and rips off the sleeve.
Oh no!
Now there's if you let Dave Bautista in to help you get out of the bathroom, he will discover the gigantic tattoo you have of his face.
He will take a picture of it and post it on his Instagram.
I was hydrating a lot earlier because of all my muscles, and I need to use the restroom.
He'll also use a face swap Instagram filter to swap his face onto his own face.
I'm going to get all of these likes. I will enjoy it very much.
Carrie, don't you open that door! Don't you open that door, Carrie!
But I will help and open the door with my human man hands.
Yes, that's the problem. Is neither of you have human man
True,
hands.
we don't. It's a door made for human man hands.
So with that does help you defeat the lavatory, bringing us closer to our inevitable defeat at this point. But it also provides you another treasure. Looks like you are one more card away from getting a Fantasy Costco gift, which it seems like we sincerely, desperately need in order to survive. That brings us over to Liz. Liz, there are no assist tokens left on the field.
You can do it.
This challenge is going to be 9.
9, and the others are
So much.
13.
This one's only 13 right now.
Okay.
So
But there's nothing that can help me.
there's absolutely nothing that
There's
can
absolutely
help.
nothing.
You need to roll a crit. The most possible challenge you have is the train, which will, again, bring us closer to our inevitable defeat. Yeah.
We're doing so well.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Woof. Woof. Wait, so, okay. There's 6. It's not impossible. It's not like there's just the...
So,
Anything's possible.
You know what?
Dave
Okay, you know what? You know what? Fuck it. You know what? Fuck it.
Who's Dave Bautista talking to him?
are you going to beat the frogs?
Yes, like in his mind's eye, you just see like it goes out of focus and just seeing the eyes of a frog riveting at him, a challenge that he cannot overcome. He's defeated Kofi Kingston. He's defeated Dolph Ziggler. How is one little frog gonna interfere with Dave Bautista and his rise to success?
Did you look this up before?
Yeah,
we
you
started?
know. I'm the
I
dumb.
guarantee you Liz knows a lot about Dave Bautista.
I'm the dumb. All right, I'm gonna try and roll a crit to get rid of this.
Wait, which one are you doing?
The
Frogs,
frogs.
I'm doing
Two
frogs.
frogs.
Okay.
Because the other one's not useful and like it's undead. I'm like, oh, okay.
I mean, yeah, like, here's the thing, because Liz would be rolling a 4 against the 8, so
Yeah,
it would
it's
still be...
nothing.
And it would
Nothing's
be
good.
against 9, so it
Nothing's
would be
good.
bad.
It's all bad.
Yeah, it's all
Nothing's
bad.
good. Bad. It's
Do
Gotcha.
frogs.
all right.
Oh.
3.
Oh, not enough. So the pleasure chamber disappears. And we've got
Why?
Angus
Wait,
Ma-
Why is the
she
pleasure-
Wait,
did
no.
this-
Because
She
we
did frogs.
failed. Yeah,
She
we
was-
failed the frogs.
Oh,
so
but the train keeps
the train
going.
keeps going.
Oh.
But our good friend Angus McDonald shows up.
Oh,
nice.
Let's show Angus off to the stream. So Angus is going to give us +1 strength versus any magic challenges. He can also be discarded to add 2 to any
use
roll.
these?
When do you use your money?
How do we use the money?
So
we
when
need
you have
Three.
3,
Okay.
you'll be able to exchange it for a Fantasy Costco card after your turn.
Gotcha.
Which occurs to me, we are going to have to discard one of these 2. We can only continue with Angus or Carrie.
Oh, we can't have 2 companions?
We can't have 2 companions.
I vote to get rid of Carrie just because it's
Whoa.
been Carrie Bradshaw in my head the entire time.
Wow.
Yeah.
But Carrie's
Carrie
my best
Fangshaw.
friend.
But also, like upcoming, we have
Yeah.
a magic challenge, and he's better with
That's
magic.
a good reason.
I think Carrie kind of looks around at sees Dave Bautista head into the room with a frog. Yeah. What do you look like as you come out of the room with a frog?
He just like turned right on his heel, like, nope. I was afraid for a raisin.
Carrie kind of looks around and reads the room and goes, "These people are not coming back." So I think Carrie says, "I'm gonna go
Where are we going?
just
All right.
away."
Before you go, Carrie, here's a pass. I have a premiere coming up. It's a movie called My Spy. I take care of a child. I'm her spy. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Carrie will take
Thank you.
nod.
Wednesday
Gives you like a
matinee.
solemn, like, I'm not going to see my best friend again because she's definitely going to die nod.
I misinterpret it as a good job.
Yeah, as an all is well nod.
Give him hell.
Those are very similar nods. But Carrie gets discarded, and Angus MacDonald, boy detective, shows up. So good.
I could have discarded her,
You could have.
You could have, but it wouldn't have made a difference in the numbers. It would have just given you 2 more.
but we didn't know that at the time. But now I know.
Yeah.
I could have. It didn't matter, but I could have.
Yeah. We could have discarded her. It wouldn't have made a difference. We're still doing very badly.
Can you discard a person like after your roll, or do you have to discard them?
It just says
before your-
discard to add 2 to any roll, so I think it can be done at any time.
Anytime, yeah.
The rules are not
I
conflicting.
love that. Just throwing people out. Get out! I love that so much.
Okay, and we don't need you. Let's see. There is Liz's, and here you go, Carlos. Okay, so we're back at the top. Let's see. God, well, the train is the most possible. It's still bad. It's still bad. But you know what? The Smug Apprentice can be done because I have the bonus against monsters,
Yes.
and we've got Angus here. So even without assistance, I am starting at 7, and I only need to hit 13. I will need help, though.
You looked right at me only.
Well, but I mean, actually, help from anyone at this point. We
Yeah.
might want to save Serena's help to finally get past the frogs.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
I
good.
want to
You
help
can take
get rid
mine.
of those
We
frogs.
don't need to be. Do you need me?
No, I can only take from assistance from one of
Yes.
you against the
Okay.
Smug Apprentice
Then
anyway.
I will.
So you need a
He also
4.
carries a story bonus, though. So I'm dealing with a Smug Apprentice. We can pop this up. This is the Lich's favorite apprentice. What is the most annoying thing about them? Well, going with my sports movie theme, this is a kid from like the rich side, the rich camp across the
gosh.
lake. He's got that blonde hair, and he's always wearing that tennis shirt with the sweater tied around his neck.
Disgusting.
His father
Terrible.
just bought the ski resort that we've been on the entire time.
He doesn't even know the deed to the land. He's just bluffing.
Oh, I'm gonna kick those bums off the mountain.
We're gonna challenge him to a race.
I'm learning necromancy. So yeah,
I know how to snowboard. That's fine.
Oh, I hate that Smug Apprentice. He used to bully me so bad at camp. Ugh. Let's see. So I'm gonna count that we get that story bonus from
Yeah.
establishing this
Nice.
terrible Smug Apprentice, which is at 10, meaning I do need to roll 3 on this die.
3 or higher.
3 or higher.
3 or higher.
Here we go, here we go. 2! We're doing
my God.
so well!
Okay. We need to win.
I need you guys to picture this. Basically, like a train full of banana peels, and we're just slipping, knocking each other in the nuts, hitting heads.
I think in this situation, I want to know how are we standing up to this bully finally?
I think we obviously challenged him to something that we thought we can win. Maybe it's
Table tennis. It's gotta be table tennis.
Yeah, it's definitely table tennis.
I won't even need a partner against you two dweebs. So we're in a furious 2-on-1 table tennis. He's easily destroying us.
Yeah, we have like headbands on, like 70s headbands and like short shorts.
Like little
and we're just going like back and forth.
And I think he skunks us. I think he the points pile up. So
Yeah.
it turns out neither of us are very good at table
It
tennis.
seemed like we could cover more ground if there's 2 of us.
Exactly.
We could
But
throw
exactly.
Angus.
I'm gonna discard
Yes.
Angus. Angus is in the corner of the room. Excuse me, I believe that he's not using a regulation paddle,
Bum bum bum.
which means he's disqualified from the match. So Angus comes in, lays down the law, and throws handcuffs on this smug apprentice
he had
and takes him out of the room. We did nothing to defeat him.
No.
It was 100% Ango. Ango is a good boy, but we have defeated the smug apprentice, which gets me to 2 fantasy Costco bucks. So we're
You guys are doing great.
we're doing
Having a
great.
great time watching y'all.
Well, it's your turn.
This is impossible for me to do anything. So I'm at 3 for all of these because none of them are magical. And so I got that going on. So I don't even think it's worth assisting, right? Because
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Right now the endless frogs, because of the between the cars challenge, is at +1. It's 15.
Woof.
So that's brutal.
Yeah.
Just, I say,
Do the blue one.
do the frogs.
Yeah, I'll do the frogs. Because the most
do the frogs.
like I could crit.
Okay.
Because
So,
if I'm gonna do something, it might as well be that.
and you don't need assistance. So it might be, if you did the between cars challenge, you'd need to roll a 6. So that would increase the range on the dice.
Okay.
Because
give me-
there is a 6 on there. So
Yeah.
it'd give you like a 3
1,
in 20
2,
chance instead of a
3.
1 in 20.
Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4, so yeah. So if I miss this gets flipped.
That
right?
gets flipped
Yes,
anyway.
anyway, so
we
might
might
as
as well.
well.
Yeah, so I'll try that one then.
Yeah, and
Between
that's making
cars.
the Endless Frogs challenge impossible for us right now.
Here we go! Hey, He did it!
Oh, God.
So you are caught between cars for a bit. So what does that look like?
Okay, so I'm caught between cars. Does that mean I'm stuck like that?
I think literally between 2 train cars. Yeah.
Yeah. So a normal person wouldn't be able to get out of this situation, but I start disconnecting my bones to get higher up.
You just start dropping
Just throw myself in, pull myself up, and throw myself in.
that rules.
That's how I get out of that car.
Oh, God.
And Bone Storm, that means you've got 3 fantasy Costco bucks.
Oh yeah.
Which you can go to Fantasy Costco. Fantasy Costco, where all your dreams come true.
That was a really bad harmony.
We're not here for harmonizing. But please
not?
draw from Garfield the Deals Warlock.
Champion's belt. Your base power is 6, regardless of the traits of the challenge.
Oh.
Yeah, I think in a poof of magical sparkles appearing in front of you is Garfield the Deals Warlock. I noticed that you and your companions are having a bit of a problem. Which is
great
why
kazoo, that's what
I've
it is.
prepared the champion's belt.
Oh, thank you. Do you have other belts as well for
No!
my Okay, that makes sense.
Gone.
Garfield disappears. He gave you a freebie, which is not really what Garfield normally does. But what advantages does it give you?
My base power is 6, regardless of the traits of the challenge.
That's amazing.
Forever?
Yeah,
Take that,
rules.
frogs.
I guess so.
So this
Wow.
is one that is just providing you with a static bonus. It's not one of the
good.
expendable ones. Fantasy Costco. Let's throw this under the close-up cam.
That's a wild.
That changes the dang game.
Yeah.
We have been
does.
struggling for a lot of challenges, but that is going to make it a lot easier for Bone Storm to.
Sounds like someone's going to be doing a lot more of the work.
Yes. I love it. Okay. So with that, we're over to Waffles. Waffles, what's it looking like
all
for you?
right.
There are no traps on here.
There's no traps, so everything is a 3. So, what does that mean? Does that mean?
So
I
this
have
is
to
just
do-
going to be a 12 here. There's no so you're up against a sarcastic specter. Sarcasm is more painful than its chilling touch. There's the frogs again.
Nope.
The frogs sitting at 15
No, thank you.
because the dark tunnel is making all other challenges +1 to its difficulty. So actually, this is a 13.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a 13?
Yep.
Oh, so I have to do the train? Probably?
Is that the smart move? What's the smart move? Help.
Okay.
None of them.
So here's the thing: we're extremely likely to fail the other two
Yeah,
challenges.
because I can go to Fantasy Costco after.
Yeah, exactly. I think you got to do the train.
Yep. Okay.
So
Thank you, Keith.
Thank you, Keith.
okay.
Thank you.
So you need to roll a 4 or better.
Okay.
I think I'm going to assist you on
Someone
that.
should assist
Help
her. Yeah.
me.
Yep. So that is going to bring you up to 5. So you're just trying to hit 8 right now.
Okay. Oh my gosh. What is it? What do I need?
That takes you to 7.
Okay.
Come on!
Is there no one I
Oh,
can
we're never getting to Fantasy Costco.
Can Liz?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, I
Dave
can help
Bautista-
afterwards.
Yeah,
yes.
we can help afterwards.
Oh, thank
Okay,
you,
good.
Dave
What will you do for me?
You see,
Batista, you are so shady.
no, you see like the slightly and irritated tattoo I have of your whole face.
I feel like he doesn't recognize his own face. He just really likes that tattoo.
What an excellent tattoo. Have you been taking care of it? It looks inflamed.
You do like it? Oh, well, my accent went weird.
Wait, are you Southern as well? I've been pretending this whole time. It's me, Dave Bautista.
And that's the voice that Liz will have for the rest of the game.
Sure is. It's fun.
All right. With that, you managed to defeat the Dark Tunnel, which is taking you to Fantasy Costco. I will say the train is now at 7
doing
of
great.
10, so we can't do the train anymore. We will lose.
So if we run out of health, we lose. If you run out of train, we lose.
Yeah.
We haven't removed anything from the idol.
No.
But we need the idol to win.
We need the idol to win.
But we can't get, how can you get past?
Okay.
If I roll a crit,
So we can. So this is a double assist. It's a monster card. On my turn, if
Yeah.
2 of you assist me, the biggest, burliest 2, I think we can do it.
Yeah.
We could also potentially do it on Carlos's turn
Yeah.
because
Yes.
Carlos is going to
Plus
have
6.
6.
Yeah.
no
But I
matter
also-
what.
But you have 6 too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
but yes, is the
Can I
Costco.
do the Costco? But my special thing is Treasure Hunter. Whenever you draw a fantasy Costco card, draw 2 cards and immediately discard one of them.
Make a deal.
Let's see. Nope, that one is no thank you.
Oh no! Well, what did you
No,
draw?
it's fine.
Don't be coy. Let us know.
Okay. Wait,
So there's this one.
So the first one is a know-it-all count. When you assist another player, you add an additional +1 to the results. Ooh, that's very useful. Or you could have a big glowing axe.
Yeah,
that gives you +1 strength versus monsters or undead.
give me the axe.
You're like a Skeksis now.
We're just flopping around accents.
Definitely don't want to leave me.
Creepy, no thank you.
Okay, cool. And may I have
Oh,
your
yes, you may.
completed challenge cards? Excellent. Okay, Liz, it's up to you again. There is still an assist on the table, which is
Perfect.
good for us.
Very good.
There are undead challenges on this, which is also good for us.
I'm absolutely gonna do the sarcastic specter.
Let's
Oh wait,
see.
luxury coach is +1. New
Yeah, it's,
everything.
let's see, +1 to trap challenges are +1. So there are no traps.
Okay, no traps.
So,
So
good.
that's just 12, right?
Yeah, so right now, Endless Frogs is at 14 and Sarcastic Spectre is just at 12.
Okay, then I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
I'm already at 6 because it's undead.
Would you like assistance?
Yes, please.
Yes, here we go.
Boom.
That's a +1.
That is a +3.
+3.
So that brings you up to 9.
I think I'm gonna win a thing.
Oh god.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
All right. What have I done?
Come on, dude. Bautista.
Liz, we can't think about that.
Bautista.
That's a 1.
Dave Bautista.
One. Oh, it's so painful. It hurts so much. The luxury coach disappears. We lose another hit point, and the sarcastic specter remains.
Sarcastic.
Okay.
What does
As
this look like?
Waffles and Dave Bautista try to take on the sarcastic specter, what happens?
So it's a ghost, right?
Yeah.
So we're walking into a car, and what we see is like, who's like a
It's
sassy.
a 13-year-old girl.
Oh,
It's a ghost
Oh,
of
it's
a
a mean
13-year-old
girl.
mean girl.
She's mean to us.
Nice shirt, Dave Bautista.
excuse me, it is a nice shirt. I bought it at Bonobos.
Nice career. Play one character much?
No, I played several characters.
Yeah, but do you have a range?
I'm very.
He has more of a range than you.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is the person who just killed her sister gonna tell me what to do with my life? Oh, wow, cool.
That was your
really
sister?
cool.
No, it's fine.
Extraordinarily cruel. I was in Blade Runner 2049. I think that's much different from Drax.
You know, it got kind of a mixed reception.
That's fair. I hate this. I leave it.
We just leave.
Bye.
So wait, you just left? You
We
didn't like.
She was
so mean.
very catty.
Just so me, my self-esteem is the size of a wall.
I guess
I
that's
feel
a,
very
I guess we got time.
Terrible.
Uncomfortable in my skin.
This train seems
I usually
pretty
am
big,
really
so-
fine with how
All
I
right,
am.
so
I was so
once
close.
again, yeah.
I haven't succeeded once.
Oh my God, Dave Bautista.
Listen, I'm not supposed to be here. I'm a human man.
I'm a human man.
Okay. All right. So I think we should take on the frogs. I really
Yeah.
do. I
Yeah,
think
so you
if
have to spend
Waffles
that.
helps me,
Yeah.
and I get help from
I can
one
help
of the
you
person
too.
before the roll.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
have to kill something other than my sister.
That's
So-
5. That's 11.
Wipe it
That's
away.
going to take us up to 11 right away.
Okay.
Now, we need to hit 14. I think I'm also going to do my thing where I use up my assist and deal us 1 bit of damage to take us up 2 more strength. So we just need to roll a 1. If I roll a crit fail on this, I will be furious.
Really stressed.
We can give up.
I'm
If this-
really,
if this
really
happens-
stressed out right
I
now.
will leave the.
I will
leave the
goodbye.
room.
All right, bring it up on the close-up cam. That's a 4! Yes! Yes!
Frogs! Fuck those frogs!
Fuck those frogs! Fuck those frogs!
That's not what we do.
But that's,
Don't do that.
Now what if we did?
I feel like
Okay.
that's a good gif.
What I think happens, we all, Looney Tunes style, create elaborate frog puppets that are sexy frog puppets that we use to seduce them off the train. We're just like they're posing as like sexy frogs, like doing whatever sexy
Hello,
frogs
my
need to
baby.
do.
Hello, my honey. Hello,
They're
my
inflating their neck pouches to make themselves look attractive, and we Michigan J them right off the train, and they all fly out the window.
Thank God.
Finally defeating the endless frogs, which, boy howdy, what an apt name. But that does leave me with 4 Fantasy Costco dollars. Fantasy Costco, unfortunately, does not make change. So I exchange these for the next Fantasy Costco card, which is the Adamant Spanner.
Yeah!
This is going to give a +1 strength versus traps or monsters, which, hey, monsters are my thing, so that's very good
My
news.
favorite thing is monsters.
Here you go, Carlos.
So I gotta go after that sarcastic
Yeah,
specter.
just
I'm
let
at
it
6, so then I could at least roll a 6. If I went here, it'd get a 13, right?
Yeah, that's going to be at 13
Yeah,
right
so
now.
I
Liz
couldn't-
is still out there, possible to give assistance, and you've got 2 no matter what,
yes.
right? So we can wait till after the
Before
roll
or
to see if
after.
it even matters.
Yeah. So let's do that. So 6 or crit.
6 or crit.
It's fine.
Six or
fine.
crit.
It's
Yeah,
fine.
it'll be okay.
We're gonna do it.
It's a 1.
Oh, come on! The sleeper card goes away. We lose 1 more hit point. We're at the
how many?
caboose right now. If we move the train anymore, we lose.
No more trains.
How are we so bad at this, guys? We're so
keeps
bad.
moving.
I don't think we're bad
we're
at
not
it. I
bad.
just think that we're not good
We're
at
just,
it.
Yeah.
it's on hard mode?
It's hard.
It's
I think
fine.
I flash back to my father going, "You shouldn't be an adventurer. You're just not very good and not very smart. Son, you're very handsome, but that's all you have going for you." "No, Dad, I'm gonna be good at sport and adventure and maybe even intellectual pursuits. I haven't decided yet. You'll see me when I'm a famous adventurer. I'll make you eat those words." So, yeah. I'm now in the situation where I might not
I might be the failure that my dad always insisted I was. I feel like I'm really letting us down as team lead on this one.
Oh, God.
Well,
Oh, no.
I'm sorry.
But you know what?
What?
My coach always used to say it's always darkest before the dawn. What we have to do is dig deep within ourselves and overcome those challenges. Waffles, you gotta get out there and you gotta show them what for. You got that shining new axe, that glowing axe. Use it.
I'm gonna use it on. Oh, okay. Which one though?
What is that? I can't read that. Is it say?
Okay.
It's not
Hungry.
Yeah.
Hungry Ooze. Hungry Ooze is going to be starting at 13. There are no traps out here. Okay.
I don't think we could do anything.
I don't think we could do anything. Yeah.
Yikes.
So, well, the train will move no matter what.
Yeah, the train will move no
so
matter
you're
what.
at 4, right?
Yeah, I'm at 4.
You're at, so she's at 4. And then Liz has 2. 2, so give her a 6. So you can do the Hungry Ooze.
I'm gonna do that.
Oh, wait,
ooze.
no, actually you could do Sarcastic Spectre.
Okay.
Because Hungry Ooze is 13.
I'm gonna do the sarcastic specter.
So you
God,
need
if this
you need a 6 or a crit.
if this
But then I can help
mean,
after, so if you need
this
it.
mean tween
This mean tween.
gets us.
Oh boy. Okay.
Here we go.
What is it?
6! Yeah! 6.
Okay, that is going to be, so that'll take us to 10, and then we just need Liz's 2 for 12. We didn't lose yet! We didn't lose yet! Okay. And you got 2 fantasy Costco points out of that, so hey!
Oh, still in the game.
Yeah.
kind of.
So I want to know, how do Waffles and Dave Bautista
So we
defeat this
totally
tween?
got pwned last time we went in,
Absolutely.
right? Absolutely. Our self-esteem's handed to us on a silver platter. We puff back in,
Yes.
right? And we start regaling our own accomplishments and remind that 13-year-old that they are 13.
Yeah, and a specter. They're never
a
going to
specter.
get any older.
You're not gonna get any older.
You're not going to have life
No,
experiences.
you're not gonna get a mortgage or a house or do anything. Pay taxes. You'll never do
Look at me. I
that.
can go to the heart
I was
center.
born a millennial. I was never going to do any of those things anyway.
Zoomer.
My true name. So she is defeated, and we live to see another challenge. But there is no assistance left on the table.
Wait, what do
Such
you
is
have?
the way.
What does Batista have a 6 in?
Undead, which is neither of those things.
So
None
we
of those
lose. We
things.
lose.
Well, we got to roll a crit.
Yeah, roll a crit, and then we win the game.
Okay. let's just take a moment here.
Yeah. Let's just think about.
Okay.
Keith is kind.
Since it is your first game and the train is hard, I'm okay if you want to stop advancing on a failure.
Yes, but what if I get a crit though?
Yeah, that's actually interesting here because if we look at the caboose card, the caboose has a story +1 bonus, which doesn't make sense because you would never want to advance that far anyway. So I think for the purposes of our game, we'll just say you stop advancing. Well, no, that doesn't make any sense.
Can we attack the
there's nowhere
conductor
else.
and make him stop?
There's nowhere else to go.
We can go back.
That's
Can we go back up the train?
Oh, that's what's going on.
Yeah, well, we'll Keith, let's give us one flip on the caboose. Yeah, we can flip the caboose to final stretch is what we'll say.
Yeah.
So we'll do that, but I think that means you have to roll against the caboose.
Okay.
Instead,
If we're okay with that.
I'm okay breaking. Keith's in the chat.
Keith's in the chat.
He's telling us to break the rules.
Okay, then I will do. But there's still so many idle
We do.
So you need a 4 or higher.
4 or higher with no help, with nothing.
With no help.
Okay. Please.
You can do it,
You
Dave
can do
Bautista.
it. Dave Bautista.
It's a crit! Oh my God! It's a crit! We didn't even have to cheat! We get by on luck alone! We get by on luck alone! We get by on luck alone! Yes!
Wow.
No skill in this game. You don't have to learn anything.
Okay.
Wow.
Since we were going to to cheat anyway? Did you want to defeat the Runes of Doom or Hungry Ooze?
Hungry Ooze!
Hungry Ooze!
Get it.
Boom.
Oh,
This
to
is never
reveal
gonna-
an even higher card.
Yeah, sure, it's at 15. Sure, that's going to be extremely difficult. But there are a lot of things in life that are difficult.
So how far deep is the idol? Is the idol in this?
Oh, we're...
Oh, he down there.
Oh my
Yeah.
Down there.
God!
He's so far down there.
But too many tentacles is the challenge that we revealed on the idol. It also carries a story bonus. So I think it might be possible for us to do, though we are going to... Oh, boy.
Good boy.
The boy.
Okay.
Man,
Okay.
I would heal you guys, but I think we're gonna get to the end of the train first. I don't think
Yeah,
there's a point.
I don't think
Yeah.
there's a point
You're
in healing us. Even the holy magics of Dave Bautista. So I'm starting out at 6. This is a monster, so that'll take me up to 7. It's got a story +1. What's your plan for dealing with this truly ridiculous number of tentacles? Okay. So I think Darius flashes back again to James, too many tentacles is flipped to the wrong side.
Oops.
Yoop. Okay, great. So we're at a few tentacles.
Only a tiny amount.
Oh, great! It's an 8. So all I need to do is not roll a critical failure on this die. And I will pass this challenge, and it'll be great for everybody.
And then we'll all have a good time.
So yes, if I fail to defeat this challenge, I will flip it, and it will be the too many tentacles
Oh,
challenge.
gotcha.
So that's what'll happen
nasty.
there. So I roll a 6 when I don't need to.
Combat kids.
So yeah, what happens? I think Darius flashes back to another traumatic part of his childhood, where
poor guy.
in front of him is this bowl full of like this dark, gooey-looking substance, and his domineering father stands over him. This is squid ink pasta that your Aunt Margaret made, and you're gonna clean your plate, Darius! And Darius just remembers like being disgusted the entire time eating that, and he flashes back into real life as he has eaten all of the tentacles in the room.
Oh, Darius.
Father!
You know, seafood is really high in mercury. It gives you a lot of power, the vitamins that you need that you wouldn't otherwise get found in nature. Anyway, good protein.
But I managed to pass that, and I managed to pass that without help, which is good. Also, if we can defeat the lovely statue, which is currently at 10, we will get to our next companion card, which is a companion card that has not shown up on any of the previews that we've seen for the Adventure Zone storytelling card
Sounds
game
like
yet.
a hint to do it.
So, also, it's something that Carlos would be very well equipped to
Yeah,
handle.
let's do this. So I started 6. Do you guys think I should just roll it?
Let's see. You need 9.
So I need a 3 or better.
I think someone should help you. Yeah.
Actually,
you want to just help me
yeah,
after?
roll first.
Yeah, let me roll first.
Yeah, that's right, because Liz, it doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
Yoink.
Heavy boy.
That's a
One.
1, so he needs exactly those 2.
Thank
Hell
you.
yeah! This lovely statue is now yours.
When you defeat this challenge, flip this card instead of collecting it.
Oh, great. Oh no! It's living artwork, and it is at an unbelievable 16.
Why happened?
What happened?
What happened?
What happened?
So,
Keith, what
so,
happened?
so,
Keith, what
you
happened?
took a lovely statue and it transformed into a living artwork.
Why?
So
We did it, though.
But I did
please
good.
describe the Aladdin treasure room scene-esque
It's a
situation.
lovely statue, and then I just totally poo it and just like pick it up and like, who dares disturb my slumber? What am I touching that comes to life?
Dude, it's a statue of yourself.
Oh my
Again.
God.
We already had a piece of art that was just you.
This is your
This is
Train.
Yeah, this is your train.
This is your
This is
train.
your lineage.
Oh my God!
Like,
my
you're in
dad's
charge-
running this train,
dad's the
guys.
conductor.
Oh my God!
dad's
He's been keeping my like mortal self alive in his memories, and he just feel. And then I remember my childhood, just like, Dad, can I have a frog? And he's like, No. And when I died, he regretted not getting me frogs.
So he got so
many frogs for me.
boy.
I should have put this all together, guys. Oh, and the tentacles.
Because of the tentacle.
Oh, I paid a man to feed his child a bunch of tentacles.
What?
This is so good. They'd say it was from his aunt. Oh yeah, it was a great prank.
Boy.
Oh,
That sounds like a harmless prank. That wouldn't traumatize anyone at all.
So that card is just 2 cards.
Yeah, that card is just 2 cards. But look, now I think. Let's see. The lovely. So you actually got no Fantasy Costco points from that one, which is a kind of a bummer.
But it's too.
But
it
now
again.
it's Waffle's turn.
Yeah, okay.
It's Waffle's turn. This is a double assist thing, but it's not a trap. You're probably better off doing the
Yeah.
Runes of Doom.
I'm gonna do the Runes of Doom.
So you start off as a 6.
Yep.
It
And then-
does not have
that's
undead or so.
Strength, no.
Your glowing axe is not helping you with that. This is only at 12. Someone's definitely got to help you.
I made a
I have a
mistake.
2.
Okay.
I'll give you my 2.
Okay. Yeah.
Cool.
So that's 8, and then we'll bump you to 8. And
Ooh, wait, I need a crit.
You need 4.
you need 4.
You need 4 or higher, which is possible.
Medium.
Probably like a
medium
50-50.
difficulty. Okay.
Yeah!
We did it! We get by on luck alone.
We get by on luck alone. We get by on luck alone.
Okay,
We play game bad.
but this is another 2 Fantasy Costco points for you. How do you defeat the Runes of Doom?
I was expecting that card to say like, flip over. Oh, you're totally
Angry
fucked.
Eagles. Angry Eagles, that's funny.
Runes of Doom.
Runes of Doom. What are Runes of Doom?
I think it's an old Doom cartridge. Like the video. I like that Joe snorted on that one.
Okay. So, a Doom is not 1 player, or it's a 2-player game, right?
Yeah, you can put Doom on
It's a
anything
single-player
now.
shooter.
Yeah,
Something
that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're playing it, and then we got to a really, like we're the boss level, and then I slammed the controller over to you
Oh yeah.
because you assisted me,
Mm-hmm.
and you
Oh, yeah.
killed it.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I'm just like, what was it called? What was the gun called?
Oh god, the big god
yeah.
mode gun. I can't even remember.
Big fucking gun or something like that.
Oh yeah, it's a BFG.
The BFG.
BFG.
Yep, yeah,
Yeah.
the BFG.
Yeah, so you
Yeah.
just blow
Pull
that
out the
boss
BFG.
away.
Yeah. And as we beat the game, or as you help me beat the game, the actual console attached to the small TV, because you need a TV, explodes.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's ruined.
Inside, you find Fantasy Costco dollars,
Yes!
which you can do your cool Fantasy Costco thing and look at 2 cards and pick the one you like.
Ooh.
Okay, you can read these to me.
Just give him one signature of that.
what do we have here?
Oh my god.
We've got the flaming, raging, poisoning sword of doom.
I want that.
When you challenge a monster during your turn, you may discard the sword to defeat the monster without rolling the die.
Oh god, you need that.
And the other one is a haunted doll.
No, thank you.
You know how you say you always wanted a haunted doll, right?
You know how you like dolls? What if there was a ghost in
No,
it?
I don't like that at all.
No?
No, thank you.
Okay.
I will take
Suit yourself.
kill sword. Thank you.
Your guys' weapons look great.
Oh, David,
It's a good thing that my body is a weapon, but it's, I'm just a
Okay.
human man.
He's a human man.
So I think that it's time for your worst fear.
Did you use mine, right? Did you use yours?
I didn't use mine yet.
But I think I start with 4 against a regular challenge.
Okay.
If I get help, that'll be plus.
+2.
No one can assist you with this challenge. What is your worst fear, and how will you overcome it?
Oh my gosh, that's so good.
Dave Bautista.
Dave Bautista.
I still can, like a 4 or above. That's not bad.
That's not
Yeah,
bad.
that's not bad.
That's not bad.
You can
That's
do
not
it.
bad.
But what's your worst fear,
Yeah,
Dave
what's
Bautista?
your
What's
worst-
Dave Bautista? Let's go on his IMDb page and put it on there.
I actually have his IMDb page.
I've been doing the same thing. Like I've been like, very, very rude. Texting like, no, I'm just on his Wikipedia
that's
page. What is someone else's finisher? That is.
You know what? Weirdly, I think it's the walls of Jericho.
Really?
Yeah.
You think?
That's his big fear.
Okay.
That tiny man.
An angry bag of sand,
Yes.
Chris Jericho. Yeah. But that for him, it's like more metaphysical. Or actually, no. Yes. Because that plays into his Catholicism, walls of Jericho.
There we go. I did that intentionally,
His strong
not because it was the
Catholicism.
only finisher I could think of.
Monsignor de Bautista, he enters and sees before him his biggest fear, an angry, kind of Gen Xer, who has his own rock band, keeps on going to different federations, really has a lot of hypertension, is probably going to have a heart attack, but just like those strong legs, just slamming him down. And then, yeah, we're going to roll for it.
Roll for it.
So what do you have to roll? A 6?
I can't. I'm at.
So it's got to be a 6,
6.
yeah.
6 or crit?
We could do the caboose.
We lose the game.
6 or crit. I don't know.
We could do the caboose.
We're not gonna do it. I'm gonna crit. It's fine.
I think you're gonna crit again.
I think I'm gonna crit.
You're gonna crit.
I think it's gonna be fine. That's a 2.
That's a 2.
That's
a 2. Okay, I'm gonna say we definitely lose 2 hit points on this, so that's that's rough. We're almost
We
dead
are
from hit points, and
tired.
we'll just take Keith's get out of death free card.
We would have been dead by now. Yeah.
That's the whole. We're not doing the train advance
No.
on this.
Thank you, Keith.
Thank you, Keith.
Thank
Thank you, Daddy Keith. Thank you.
So yeah, that saved us from almost certain death. But hey, assists refresh.
Oh yeah. Wizard,
So
priest.
what am I gonna
God.
take on? So
Yeah,
living artwork. I think if I fight the living artwork, I can take assistance.
I can
Oh,
just
you
kill
can
it.
just kill it.
Yeah.
Good
So
job.
then,
Just kill it.
okay, I could. No,
I could
I'm
do
gonna-
worse. I guess you gotta do something. Yeah.
I gotta do
Yeah.
something.
Well, I'll kill the next one. If you want to do living art, I'll just kill whatever comes up.
That's I'm.
Yeah.
And
You need a plus 10.
So yeah, I'd need. Well, so I've got 6 here that I start with.
So you need 5.
This has a monster symbol, so that'll take me up to 7.
Oh yeah, I forgot you had those.
Then.
Someone assists you?
Yeah,
it 3 plus
Does
5,
anyone want to
8?
assist me? Well, you've got kind of a valuable
You do
one.
for
plus
me.
Make it instant, right?
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
great.
So that takes me up to 10.
Can you use another one?
Yeah, it's a double assist
cool.
challenge. So that takes me up to 12.
Okay.
So
3 or higher.
3 or higher.
I will now fight this statue that looks
It has
like
a story point too.
my good friend. Oh, yeah, cool. This unnatural work of art wants to consume you. What does it look like? Well, we already decided it looks like my good friend over here.
Bone Storm. That looks like.
Bone Storm.
Yeah, it looks like bones are Kyle.
That dastardly witch knew exactly how to stop me. I would never want to hurt my friend. So I have to fight with my eyes closed. That's the only way to open my inner eye.
Dumbass.
That's weird.
He's not, but he's so handsome.
He's so handsome. So stupid.
Okay, so 2 or higher. Come on. That's 2!
That's a 2.
We're getting by.
We're getting by.
We're getting by. We're getting by. So I defeat the living artwork by closing my eyes and just windmilling my fists.
And it's kicking.
And I think you.
We're guiding
Yeah,
you.
exactly. You're just pointing me in the right direction.
You're just like a food processor right now. Just going through.
Okay, which gets us our next companion card. This is a premiere for this companion card. It is Tragic Backstory. Any player can use their turn to reveal a tragic secret from their character's past, a thing we've been doing all night. The player then discards this card and draws a Fantasy Costco card for free. That rules. I'm so glad that we have that on the table. I am going to Fantasy Costco right now. I'm trading in both of these treasures, and I get a Faithful Hound. This gives +1 strength versus monsters, which means when I fight monsters, they're in real trouble.
Oh, nasty. What's the
Uh,
story though?
Okay, so I defeat this artwork, and like I'm standing there in this like pile of rubble, tears running down my face because I see at my feet is the visage of my good friend Bone Storm. No, Bone Storm, no!
He's over here.
That's not
And hearing the cries of a distressed himbo, a royal hound comes and licks me on the face. Oh, it's a doggy. It's okay that you died because I have a new friend now.
Well, I don't know if it's okay that I died. I feel like
I prefer
I'm
the dog
gonna
as
call
well.
you Bone Storm too.
he has his own tags.
Let's see.
Owned by someone.
It's just someone's dog.
T-O-N-Y. So that's how you spell two, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Bone Storm
Yeah, buddy.
2. Good boy. Good boy. And we'll pass it on to you.
I started 6. What do you think I should do? This is given +1 to everything.
Yeah,
so
Mists
it's like
of Madness seems like it might be up your alley.
you can't trust your eyes. If you fail to defeat this challenge, flip the top villain card.
Oh.
What does that mean?
So the villain cards. So you would flip this from Worst Fear over to Pretentious Vampire, which is even more difficult.
Oh my god. Well, you can fight.
I could fight that vampire if I need.
Okay.
Pew, pew, pew.
Well, I guess it only makes sense for me to do this one though.
I think that does.
Yeah, I
Because
think
that would
you've
be a
got
lot- that would be
to do the
harder.
miss. And
Yeah.
hey, we
Yeah.
need to go through that idol anyway.
Yeah. So I need a 4 or.
So you're at a 6 right
So I need a
now.
4 or higher to beat this.
That's
me at 6,
everything
yeah.
is 6. I can give you assistance before because my assistance before is better than my assistance
Yeah, let's do
after.
that.
Yeah.
So
So
that put me
that'll
at
give you
8.
+2. Yeah.
So 8. So I need a 2 or higher.
2 or higher. You got this, Bone
Oh,
Storm.
Totally can do
don't
this.
jinx,
Oh, no,
God.
you will do it. I don't know what to do after a jinx.
Okay.
Oh, come on! Are you kidding?
I got a double jinx.
You still got your thing.
You did it.
But what will we do for Dave
What will you do
Bautista?
for me?
God damn it, David, he's so sneaky.
You're so sneaky. That's what I like about
Buy
him.
matinee tickets to my spy.
Do you guys feel like Dave Bautista's screwing with us here?
You do for Dave.
He runs into every room really quickly. I feel like he's setting these things up on us.
Do you like all my traps and tricks? I'm Dave Bautista. I love doing escape rooms.
The Mists of Madness has been defeated. So how do you do it?
You can't trust your eyes. So while passing through the mist of madness, I can't trust my eyes. Well, I don't have eyes.
That's right.
So all the mist goes right through my.
what?
Well, I'm a
He's a
skeleton.
skeleton.
I haven't even seen.
He just has sockets.
I got sockets.
Yeah, you got sockets.
Yeah, I could tell from. I'm like my predator. That's how I see things. I see things like.
That's real gross.
I just realized a thing. Liz wasn't actually able to help on that because this isn't a 2-assist challenge. However,
Even after?
Oh,
yeah. However, I can discard Bone Storm 2 in order to save
So
Bone
I walk in.
Storm.
I walk into.
My thing back.
So I walk
Blue
into
two.
which
Blue
one?
one.
The blue one. I walk into the room and I could feel the mist taking over my eye sockets. So
it's getting all up in there.
I grab the dog and I hold open its eyes and I let it lead me to it, and it's slowly disintegrating as it goes.
Oh,
Is that how it's supposed to happen?
I don't think it's popular to kill a dog. I don't think it's popular to kill a dog.
We did it.
But that dog is dead, and we did
Go to heaven. That duck's fine.
Dave Bautista told me to.
I did.
Oh boy.
Dave Bautista confirmed for dog killer.
Put that on
Okay.
Twitter and as IMDb.
Boy. Okay.
Waffles.
Almost.
I'm just gonna go to the worst fear part.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
It's a trap.
it's 10.
Oh, but you
have-
get a 6.
I got a 6.
6.
Plus you get a 1. Right?
Nope.
Oh no, you
I
don't.
No.
Because it's not. It's only for monsters or this like.
Undead.
No one can assist you with this though.
No one can
No,
say-
well, Liz can.
No, the card says you. No
Oh,
one can
that's
assist.
right.
The card says no one can
So
assist.
maybe I should do the
price is
time
too high.
warp. one.
Yeah. During the time warp.
Yeah.
Is that what the other side of that card says?
When you defeat this
I
challenge,
bet it does.
put the top challenge card on the discard pile, if there is one, back into play. Cool.
Wait, what?
So when you defeat the time warp, you'll be taking the top card from the discard pile and putting it back into
This
play.
isn't fair, Keith.
Keith!
Keith, this isn't fair.
Hey!
Thank you.
Okay.
What do y'all think?
It's that
Maybe
one.
I'll just, was it Worst Fear? That one?
So worst fear you
Time
need
warp,
a 4.
we would bring the
But Time Warp
back.
we have to do anyway eventually, right?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
like if you do Worst Fear, it's going to be a 10, and that one is a 8. So we would rather do an 8 over again than a 10.
But then
over
Living
again.
Tentacles switches. Would we have to like redo Living Tentacles again because it is also a double? It would switch back to a lot of
If you
tentacles?
fail it.
If you fail it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it is a good idea to do the time warp.
Yeah.
The Time Warp?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I'll do. Cool.
So for that one, you need a 3 or higher, it looks
3
like.
or higher. Got it. It's not a monster. I can't stab it. Okay.
And you can take help from Liz for this one.
3!
Oh, perfect! You didn't even need it!
My price was too high.
How do you defeat the time warp?
So, I mean, the only way to defeat the Time Warp is to do the Time Warp,
Yeah.
right?
Of course.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
So,
How do you do the Time Warp?
I do.
Do you really?
Shush.
Can you do it right now?
I can. It's a just jump to the left.
Yeah.
Step to the right. Put your hands on your hips.
And then what?
Put your knees inside.
Oh, that's fun.
Under the pelvic thrust.
Oh my.
We're not cleared for this music!
I should stop.
Let's not
a
take the time warp right now!
All right, that's how I do it.
Awesome.
I could.
But that's radical. It does put
got one.
a few tentacles back into play, which, you know,
You know.
we can beat that. We can beat that.
Yeah.
We can beat that.
All right, Liz.
Can I do the tragic backstory?
Yes, I think is now a good time. Please tell us what
It's
is
you.
Dave Bautista's.
Oh.
Liz, Elizabeth Anderson, you could have prepared this bit the whole time.
But Keith only just reminded
Joe,
me.
can we get a dimming of the lights or some type of red? Or
yeah,
some type of
yeah.
spot?
Can we get some
Can we get a
moody?
spot? Yeah. Can we get like?
Yeah. So we're gonna cue the mood lights while Liz looks up Dave
What
Bautista's
I've done is
real-
gone to Dave Bautista's Wikipedia page and gone to controversies. In August 2007, ESPN incorrectly included Batista on a list of names that they claimed were clients of Signature Pharmacy of Orlando, Florida, one of many pharmacies under investigation for illicitly providing anabolic steroids. Batista released a statement denying ESPN's allegations and was furious over the report. Yeah. He denied ever being a customer of Signature and stated that he has been tested regularly by the WWE and I am in full compliance with the WWE wellness program. WWE suspended 10 wrestlers named in the statement. Batista was not one of them.
Okay.
That's so tragic.
Okay.
All I heard was Mad World by Gary Jewell while she read that.
Well, this is discarded and Fantasy Costco, where all your dreams come true.
What is it? What is it?
What'd you
It's the
get?
Extreme Team Bible.
Extreme Team
Team
Bible.
Bible.
You're kidding! The Extreme Team Bible goes to the priest. What does it do for you, Liz?
+1 strength versus undead. May discard this at any time to add +2 to a die roll against an undead challenge.
Ooh.
That's me. I'm the priest.
I'm a hot priest. Thank you for the suggestion, Keith.
Keith, you're saving the day out there. Okay, so this goes to Carlos. This is mine. I will need that die and.
But I need to actually do a thing.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, that's right. I'm sorry. Nobody has their shit back. Great.
Okay.
I was just like, oh, great. Liz
We
has
all
this.
used ours, right?
Yeah.
Did we all use
Everybody
it?
used
Yes.
their. I,
Oh,
yeah.
you gave it back.
But I can
Yeah.
still heal us if I
Oh, okay.
wanted to.
Yeah. So that's probably.
I can do a few tentacles.
Yeah.
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 Totally
If
do
you
this.
fail,
It would be a lot of tentacles.
yes.
Yes. But I think I could do a few tentacles.
Yeah.
I think you could do
It's
it.
4, and I would need 4 above.
Yep. That's gonna be hard.
I think it's good. No, she also has extreme
See, but that only
versus
helps you
undead.
against undead.
Oh.
Or I
and
could
discarded
yeah,
for a monster, right?
for any undead. Also.
Oh,
okay. Okay.
I think tentacles is the only one
I think
I
that's
can't.
yeah.
that's
You gotta do
it.
it. Yeah.
Tragic backstory actually.
Oh, it actually takes
your
your
turn.
turn. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Oh, never mind.
Hell yeah! Hey, that's good news.
That's good news.
That's extremely good news for us because I can take on
Thank
a
you.
few tentacles without much trouble because my starting value against it is 7 and we
wow.
need 8.
so
I
good.
just need to not crit fail right
Yeah.
now, if we could. And that's a 4. That's a
very
4.
Hey, get by and luck galore.
We get by and luck alone.
So, yeah, I go once again. It's the same way I defeated it before. We use the time warp card to bring it back.
Yep.
It's the same squidding pasta eating sequence. Oh, did I trauma eat some squidding
It's
pasta?
exposure
again?
therapy. I'm really sorry about it. It's moderated. It's recommended by your psychiatrist. It's fine.
Great. So that brings us to Bone Storm. Bone Storm.
Is he ready?
Yeah.
Bone Storm
So I
is ready.
started at 6. Neither of these are good. No one can assist with my worst fear.
That worst fear is just so, it's very difficult.
God.
I could take on the worst fear next time around. Maybe I should have done that.
You have +6 in traps.
Yeah.
So you can probably do that next.
No, yeah.
Plus, the other one is if you fail to defeat this challenge, flip it after.
So that this will kill us.
Oh,
That will end
this
the
one.
train.
This one kills us.
Oh no.
that
Oh, Looking Glass won't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go for Looking Glass because I only need a 3 or better
Yeah.
to beat that.
Okay.
So let me try that.
And Liz still has help.
Yeah.
So.
So. 5.
Hey, we're doing it now. We're actually doing it this time.
Good at this
You know,
now.
technically, if we were playing real on hard mode, we would be.
We would have
absolutely
lost a
dead.
couple
Yeah, we
turns
would
there.
have lost.
Yeah,
Very dead.
Yes, for sure. Absolutely. Hey, none of this is legitimate on our part. But Keith said we could.
He said we could.
Keith said we could. Okay, so just enough
enough
tentacles?
tentacles.
There's so much
so
tentacle
good.
stuff.
It's a plague train. That's what it is.
Yeah, auto kill it.
Yeah, I'm gonna auto kill it, but it's more like Waffles is like playing with her stuff from like the store, and she accidentally pushes a button, and then the sword just like rockets up and just shoots.
What are you gonna auto kill?
The tentacles.
It's not the worst fear.
I can
It's
only
a
kill a
monster.
monster. Oh. Yeah.
Bummer. Okay. Hey.
Yeah.
You just claimed the idol! We did it! We did it!
Yay!
And look, the idol makes everything -1 next to it.
Oh.
That's so good! So yeah, it just rockets
It just
up.
rockets up, and it just like slams through the tentacles, just like severing all of them as it blasts.
We did.
Because we
Oh my
learned
God.
old lessons
We did.
from past bosses.
All right, give us that flaming sword.
But you could
It has
also
been-
you could also go to Costco too.
Now I can go to the.
Oh,
This one. This right here.
so just the right amount of tentacles. Oh yeah. Okay. Special rules during the setup. No. Where's just the right amount of tentacles? So it should.
The idle card should be flipped. The final card. Oh, the final card.
Oh, okay. Got it. Oh, all right.
Oh, that's what it is. So we still have one more card.
Oh, bummer.
That's
Okay,
okay.
yeah, so we've got the finale card. Right.
Oopsie do.
Okay. Man, I
Oopsie
thought I
doodle.
ordered all these cards
Can
earlier.
I go to the fantasy Costco, please?
I'll answer it. Hello? Hello?
No.
Won't let me answer his phone.
Hey, I'm gonna send somebody to the door to get you. Sorry.
I'm James.
All right. Yeah. Cool. So yeah, we now face the maze of realities, and you go to Fantasy Costco.
Yeah.
You need 2 cards because of your special ability.
Yes.
What up?
What
Skip it
up?
Look at that one. Oh, we can't switch over to the thing.
Oh yeah. Sorry. We did just send away our text, so we're not able to.
Thank you.
So we've got the Cloak of Invisibility. When you fail a challenge, the damage is reduced by 1. Could be useful. This is a group that's kind of like a failure-forward group.
Hey.
Rude.
The other one is a Living Grimoire, which would give you +1 strength versus magical challenges. You may discard the Living Grimoire to add +1 to anyone's die roll.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty
Help my
nice.
friends.
Cool, cool,
go.
cool.
Thank you.
that rules. So we are going to move on to Liz. Liz, it's your turn.
None of those are undead.
No, they're...
Doodle.
Okay, so they're definitely not. For sure they're not.
Waffles has a +3 though.
Yeah, I can help you plus
Okay, then I think I think worst fear is the only.
Well, but no one can help you with that.
Yeah, no one could help you with that.
So
I would need to crit
you would need to
What's your
crit.
base? What's the
4.
4? Okay. So 4. You do a +3 would be a 7. So you would, yeah, God.
There's
Is
like
caboose like the end of the end, or would there be like a final?
Yeah, caboose. Both of them are finale cards that say we lose.
Okay, great.
So
Awesome.
yeah, the caboose is just gonna murder us
Great, awesome.
if we do the caboose.
Okay,
So this one has the best one because
because it's 10. Like I
be-
could win. I can't win on 14.
yeah, you would have to crit on this one. This one you'd have to get a 6 or
And
crit.
Serena can discard the
I
living
can
grimoire at
just-
any
yeah,
time.
and help
to
you.
get a
Anytime?
+1.
Yeah.
Can I do it
So
after
you can
I roll?
after the roll,
Yes.
yeah.
Okay, then let's do that.
Here we go.
So Dave Bautista is once again going to try and
Going
take
back.
on his worst
Chris
fear.
Jericho. He's wearing a trilby. He sucks shit. He has Donald Trump Jr. on his podcast. He does suck shit.
Oh my gosh!
Bad.
He's a bad man. Oh God. That's a 3.
That's a 3.
He deserved it.
Plus 4.
8.
So that would take us up to 8. That's still not 10. So you don't actually need to do that.
We just lose.
We just lose.
just lose.
So that will take how many hit points from us? 1, 2. We're at 2 hit
I'm gonna
points.
heal us.
Okay, you're gonna heal us 1. So we're up to 3 hit points. And you get your help assistance back. And anyway, worst fear is still on the map, folks. Woo. Okay.
Excited to pass away.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
God.
I don't know what to do. So I could try and take on the Maze of Realities, but none of these are monster cards, so I'm going to be starting at 4. If I take on the Maze of Realities, it would bump me up to 5. Actually, no. My worst fear would bump me up to 5 too, but no one can help me. This is a really tough call, y'all. Like, only one person would be able to help me on Maze of Realities, and
I could help you.
even
Yeah.
even if it's you,
You're
so
still at.
yeah, that would take me up to 8, and so I
Well, 9. If
9 potentially. So
you would need a 5 or a 6 on both of them.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
You just go after that
I'm
one.
gonna go after the worst fear
Yeah.
at this point. Cool. So that is going to be.
But I can still help you with the grimoire.
Yeah,
right?
that's
Yeah.
true.
Oh, that's
true.
a better one because then you would need
Yeah.
a 4 or better.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Oh no, you can't. Wait, can
Yeah.
you? Is this assist?
That's
No.
not an assist.
not an
It's
assist.
discarding
Okay.
a thing.
Gotcha.
Assist is this
Right.
little token
Gotcha.
here.
Yeah.
Oh, come on! No, we just lose 2 health. 1, 2. We're at 1 hit point.
Oh, we're almost dead.
Hey, if we fail another challenge, that's it. We lose.
That's the game.
we
That's
didn't-
it.
I mean, I've enjoyed the game.
Yes.
I've had
So
a great
fun.
time, and I think that's what matters.
Hey, win or lose, it's not
Are you
how
talking
you
to me and
win or
Liz
lose.
Anderson?
It's how you played the game. How did we play the game? Pretty bad, actually.
Pretty
not
damn bad.
good.
Yeah, pretty
But we
damn
had
bad.
heart when we did it. That counts.
Okay, so at any time, I'm gonna go after.
I mean,
You
what's
have
the
a
worst
base
that
stat of
happens if we
anything,
fail?
We die.
Either the Lich claims this artifact, which would be pretty gnarly, or the train goes up to Cinder Claws, delivering the plagues that we didn't destroy any visits
true.
upon the children of the world. So, not great.
Options.
Not great.
not
None of that is
Terrible-
great.
terrible options
It was,
all around.
probably the only good option would be us succeeding, which seems
It seems
In a game,
yeah,
winning is
unlikely.
the thing that you'd like to do.
Let me get your assist.
All right, here you go.
Okay, and that would bring me to 9.
And I've got a 2 if you need it.
I can't stack assists, right?
this isn't a double.
I
I have a
Never
grimoire if you need it.
Yeah,
I
so-
will literally throw this owl at you.
So that would put me at 10. So I need a 4 or higher
4 or
to
higher.
get the Maze of Realities.
Okay.
Okay.
Let me
right.
see. I don't have any nonsense, do I? No.
nonsense either. So 4 or higher, guys.
higher.
That's what we need.
Higher.
4 or higher.
Oh,
Are you kidding me?
Oh my
Are you kidding
God.
me? No!
That was it. That was it, guys. I think the game.
Anybody have any discard things?
I mean,
Or the Extreme Team Bible?
Only against undead.
So this moves me to 12. If she pops this, then it moves to 13. So we just need one
point.
one
There's-
point of
it's
something.
It's not happening.
nowhere.
I only have undead powers.
All right. So now we have to tell the story of how we lose.
okay. All right.
So the maze of realities.
Oh yeah, I think we all are sucked into the real reality of this,
Which is
which is
Earth.
Go to your.
You go to my house.
so all we hear is cut, and like the side of the train is completely gone, and there's been a camera tracking us the entire time. I just take off my bone mask, and like Dave Bautista is really Dave Bautista. There's a seat right there.
The
for
series
him.
got canceled. I'm so
Yeah.
sorry, you guys. I thought we had enough production budget for 2 more episodes. We got cut off. I'm so sorry.
I don't know
Everyone-
why they thought they could make a live Adventure Zone spin-off starring only wrestlers.
That's a
makes-
serious rap on James D'Amato. Thank you so much. Everyone
I'm
worked
not
so
a wrestler
hard.
though. Why am I cast?
Series rap on Serena. Series rap.
Good job.
And a series rap on, weirdly enough, Bones.
I take off another mask to reveal that I am a bone.
The mask
I
is
am a bone.
horribly fleshed.
Thank you so much. You're gonna get SAG pay anyway. Thank
that's
you
good,
for
that's
being
good.
here.
It's a step up, it's a step up.
I want to point out at this point, there are only a few days left to pre-order the Adventure Zone card game. One of the cool things about the pre-orders that they're doing right now is the more people that pre-order, the more stuff goes out to the people who pre-order. Right now, several other Fantasy Costco cards are going to be included. There's going to be a bonus challenge, like a full-on challenge, which is several more cards on top of that. So if you thought this game looked fun, which even though we lost pretty badly,
It was good.
we got
Best
hammered.
time.
But as the game points out, it's not so much about winning and losing. It's about the story and fun
Yeah.
you had. And we learned a lot of real canon things about the Adventure Zone universe, including the fact that Dave Bautista is just running around
Monsignor Dave Bautista.
trying to convert people to Catholicism for some reason. So yeah, if you had fun watching the stream, head out, go to Together Studios, and pick up a pre-order of this game because it's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
I can tell
it's
you,
great.
I'm gonna be playing this game later this weekend just because I have the option to. Before we wrap up on everything, I'd like to go around and everybody just, hey, if people enjoyed watching you, where can they find you again?
Yeah. Hey guys, my name's Carlos. If you enjoyed watching me, you can check me out on Wednesdays on the D&D Twitch channel for Jace Bellerin Must Die. That show is on at, God, I gotta remember this now. 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. I can only remember it based on my time, not like Pacific time. And then this Sunday, the season 6 premiere of Rivals of Waterdeep on the Dungeons and Dragons Twitch channel as well at noon.
We're always at noon.
Central Standard Time.
Yep.
That's going to be a lot of fun. Yeah.
Yeah, check them out for sure.
Hi, I'm Serena Marie. You can also find me on the show Rivals of Waterdeep. I'm really excited about our season 6 premiere. Also on the show Autonomic. I'm very excited about that show too. Also, if you like Twitter and use Twitter, you can find me on that site. Oh God, I'm doing well.
No one who uses Twitter likes Twitter.
Or no one does that.
It happens at us.
Yeah, it does. It's true. Hang out with me, Serena X Marie on the Twitters.
As I said, I'm Liz Anderson. My Twitter is at Liz Anderson ____. It's awful.
Branding.
I'm on the campaign podcast. Please subscribe. We have so much fun. Also, subscribe. I have a new episode of Paired coming out tomorrow, and we have our first guest star. It's Sarah Ray Warner. If you are familiar with the podcast Girl in Space, she's the host. It's going to be a lot of fun, and lots of other great guests over the next couple of weeks. And then I did plug Campaign Pod. And then also, I need a job.
Oh, things got weird.
Give Liz a job. Give Liz a job.
Please, I need a job. Thank you. All right, but I love you. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah.
It's great.
Hey, if you're looking for an employee who can help you lose the Adventure Zone card game, Liz is your person. I am James D'Amato. You can find all my stuff at oneshotpodcast.com, including the campaign podcast that Liz mentioned. It's about sky pirates. If you enjoyed the Adventure Zone and you love fantasy adventure podcasts and want something a little bit gayer, give that one a try. I think you'll like it. You can also be sure to, I'm going to hammer this pre-order again, go to theadventurezonegame.com to pre-order. I have already pre-ordered. I definitely recommend everybody else pre-order because that gets me more stuff.
Money.
I want that, but I get no money. I lose money because I spend it on the game. But it does get me delicious stuff. I love games and cards. But thank you so much for spending time with us. Thanks to Jen and Keith for giving us the opportunity to show off this rad game. Thanks to the McElroys for having the good foresight to license this game to Jen and Keith, who are very good at making games.
Thank you, Keith.
And yeah, good night. Bye-bye.
Bye.